Hey everybody, Rosematter here. Welcome to part 30 of my Super Danganronpa Another 2 Let's Play. We are beginning the final class trial of the game. We are coming to an end of this great game, and I'm sad about it, but I'm excited to see how it's going to conclude. Got a lot of information during the investigation. It's a lot to take in. So now we have to unravel what is Mikado's grand plan. We have to figure out all the loose ends, so it should be an interesting trial. I imagine it's going to be a long one, so I think we should probably just jump right into it. Alright, another thing that's very exciting is I was able to buy a bunch of skills right at the end from Shiobai, which was amazing. So let me see here. Yeah, let's get that one. Power Punch, which will help with the Terminate Talk. Logic Craft. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, Logic Craft. That's the one I have a lot of trouble with. Ooh, removes the reload delay in TTS for sure. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot of SP. The closing argument, I don't really have too much trouble with that one. Rebuttal showdowns, absolutely. Anything that'll make rebuttal showdowns easier for sure. Okay, so I've got... I guess I could do the sketch one. Oh, I could do all of them if I want to. Yeah. I imagine it's gonna make the trial a heck of a lot easier, especially because the last trials tend to be very complicated, so I need all the help I can get. And we also have a lot of bullets to go through. Let's just take a quick look here. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, that's a lot. Just to streamline the trial, because I imagine it's going to be pretty long as it is, I'm going to read these on my own time, and I'm just going to skip ahead to the actual trial itself. Hello everyone, welcome to the final class trial. Given the disappearance of our original host, Monocrow, I, Mikado Sanoji, will be in charge of the explanation. In the previous class trials, there was a murder case, and the goal was to figure out who done it. However, in this class trial, we will discuss the truth of everything. If you manage to figure out this truth during the trial, it will end. This long killing school trip will finally end, and each of you will return to your daily lives. What? What are you talking about? What is so confusing about that? I don't believe those words. You're just trying to use me to resurrect Utsuro. Discovering the truth is pointless in this nonsense trial. Pointless? Huh? I've already told everyone, but this class trial is an important process, and the last stage of my plan. Isn't it good to have a final trial to resolve all the doubts you may have? Or would you rather I kill somebody and we discuss the murder of that? No thanks. Yuki, it's okay. I don't know what he's up to, but we know you're still alive, and that Mikado's plan isn't complete yet. So there's still a chance we can win. There's still hope. I'm just as surprised as Yuki. When this is over, we'll all get to return to our daily lives. How long are you going to keep up that life for? And then there's me, who's like, for all intents and purposes, brain dead. So I mean, maybe I'll somehow be able to come back after this trial. Maybe I'll wake up and I'll get to have my girls' night with Yuriko and just be able to live my life as not Akane. I'm not lying. I'm being honest with you here. Nobody else has to die. I'm not some psycho serial killer like Kanade. Killing is no longer necessary. It's weird to hear you say that after everything we've been through. If your plan is successful, my body will belong to Utsuro. So how can I go back to my daily life if I don't have a body? Yuki, don't worry. Thanks to the people who died in the killing school trip, the conditions for a happy ending have already been met. If everything goes as I planned, all of you should have died. And thanks to the intervention of the Kisaragi Foundation, an unexpected Plan B had to be established. Although it was surprising, this Plan B is a peaceful plan where everybody wins. Oh, right, they're here too. I forgot about that. Excuse me, Mikado, but could you be so kind as to tell us where to start? Could you just shut up? Iroha brings up a good point. Where do we start? Whether Mikado's words are true or not, it doesn't change the fact we're stuck in this place. That's true. Mikado, I don't care if you're lying to us or not, but where should we start? Should we start by clearing up what we found like usual? Ooh, good idea, Sora. Yes, everyone knows a little something different about my plans from their individual investigation. But before we discuss anything else, let's start by talking about Teruya. Teruya's case was mostly solved in the last trial. However, there is one thing that has not been solved: the truth of Teruya's death. The death of Teruya holds an important secret that relates to the entire killing school trip itself. We're discussing that first? Wait, what's wrong, Yuki? I didn't get a chance to investigate, so what do I do? I was just trapped here the whole time. I don't know anything, so how am I supposed to join in? Hush, little Yuki. This class trial is an abnormal one. I expected such a rebuttal from you. Huh? You just need to quietly sit on the bus and listen. In this class trial? No, in my plan, you're my special piece. I have to give you the deluxe treatment. What? Don't worry, Yuki. Me and Sora found out a surprising amount of information. Yeah, we did. A lot of information. When we investigated. It'll be just like before. We've got this. Like, it's almost an overwhelming amount of info. So this class trial is just to explain things to Yuki. Wow, you've all been working hard whilst I've been trapped in this place. Sorry, guys. We're talking about the death of Teruya. Everything starts from here. I don't know what this trial means, but there's no way around but through. Right now, I need to figure out what Mikado's planning by playing along. The investigation's over. It's time for the trial. I'll save everyone. Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot to take in. If Teruya's death is Teruya's death really all that important to the case? Teruya's death wasn't just a murder. There's more to it than that. Aren't you the culprit? Teruya died because someone poisoned him, right? That's what we deduced in the last trial. Our reasoning was correct. Mikado even admitted that. Is there something we're missing? Okay. Oh my god, there's so much. Teruya's death, according to what we saw during the investigation, it wasn't that simple. I've got to think about that. Okay, really quick. So emergency escape code, control room recording, administrator code, Neo World program, Hope's Peak 79th class, virtual world avatar, and alter ego. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. So avatar. Hope's Peak. So we're trying to find the truth of Teruya's death. This is what I have to focus on, the Neo World program. What were the other ones? Alter ego? Emergency escape code. I think administrator code was one of them. Okay, that's it. That's it. So technically, he killed himself. Okay. So I'm guessing that's going to be it here. Okay, so let's pick control room recording. Okay. No, Yuki, the poison was prepared by Mikado, however, he willingly digested it. Teruya poisoned himself. What? What are you talking about? You're saying he willingly ate poisoned food? Exactly. That's crazy. During our investigation, Sora and I found CCTV footage of Teruya recorded in the control room. There was a video of when Mikado and Iroha kidnapped Teruya. Control room? Where's that? Do you remember the locked room on the second floor of the Monocrow? Turiya was tied up. After seeing the rice Iroha brought him, he discovered the poison inside. I saw it. He put the poisoned food in his own mouth. Correct. Turiya wasn't killed. He chose to die himself. However, I was the one who put the poison on the food in the first place. What? Why did he do that? Sora said on the 5th island Turiya activated his reset code and got his memories back. So why would he kill himself? I don't understand. About that. Why did Turiya choose to die? Why did he eat the poison even though he knew... Or sorry, why did he eat the food even though he knew it was poisoned? I need to think. Oh, flashback anagram. I need my phone for this. Okay, let's take a look. Oh. This is tricky because there are a lot that are 2 letters. Okay, let's go through. So, man, hurt, fire. Oh my gosh. Wall. Oh! Oh, human... Will that work? Human firewall. That's right. Yeah, Turiya was the human firewall. Okay. Oh, shoot. I don't have a lot of time. Ah, this one's really tricky. Okay. Okay. And then M. Man. Okay. 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 I think I'm on the right path here. F. Hell yeah. Okay. We got it. We got it. Okay. Okay. Oh, oh, oh no. Oh, I failed? Is it making me do it again? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I was afraid that it was going to make me have to do it all over again. Okay, wall. The other one is right here. Wait, what? Is that not correct? Wait, do I have to start from the beginning? Oh, it is making me start from the beginning. Oh, shoot. Okay. I just wasted time there. Ooh, okay. My gosh, I don't know how you do that without taking a picture of it. That would be almost impossible. Why did Turiya choose to die? It's because Turiya's body was being used for something. Used for something. The very existence of Turiya is a firewall that blocks access to the real world. Yeah, because he had to die in order for, I guess, you know, like, the Foundation to come in and help us out. When the killing school trip first started, Turiya and Ray showed up in front of us. Do you remember? Ray was turned into a pile of ash, and Turiya was sent flying by my magic spell. After that happened, I modified the data of the unconscious Turiya. So you turned him into a firewall. And what exactly do you mean by he blocks access to the real world? To put it simply, as long as Turiya's heart is beating, nobody from the outside world can interfere with Utsurashima. What? That's crazy. Didn't you think it was strange how nobody from the outside came to save you at all? Oh, just so sad that Turiya, like, he did say he was gonna save us all, and he sacrificed himself to do it. Turiya kept patiently saying the Kisaragi Foundation would come to help. Even after you all figured out Ray was still alive, the Foundation never came. It wasn't that they didn't want to help, it was they couldn't. And shortly after Turiya died, we were able to escape into the outside world. You all went to the outside world? In the class trial, you lost consciousness during the execution too, right? That was because our connection to the virtual world was lost. But why didn't I leave? I was still stuck here. In your case, I prepared some preventative measures in case of an emergency. I manipulated Yuki's code, so even if the virtual world crashed for an unknown reason, he would stay under my control. This is why Yuki remained in the virtual world. What? Damn you. Don't get annoyed. Sora didn't leave either. In Sora's case, her body on the outside is dead, so it's slightly different in your case, Yuki. Wait, Sora can't go out into the real world? About that, we'll talk about it later. We need to focus on the trial. Sora, Anyway, Turiya realized the Kisaragi Foundation could save everyone if he died. He understood Mikado's plan entirely, and decided to willingly eat the poisoned food and kill himself. And that is why Turiya died. Congratulations, that's the correct answer. Even a little look into it and you'd see something strange. Turiya truly was an idiot. He shouldn't have eaten the food given from the enemy. I was going to kill Turiya either way. He just made it so I didn't even have to do anything myself. He really did all that? Turiya sacrificed himself to remove the firewall. I think that's amazing. It's something I couldn't even do. It was a meaningful sacrifice, but the two members of the Kisaragi Foundation he believed in so much couldn't even finish the job. Damn. Damn. The Kisaragi Foundation's doing their best. Please don't be too harsh on them, Yuki. If it wasn't for my luck, the fight would have ended with the Foundation's victory. Turiya's sacrifice was indeed significant. Thanks to him, your life was saved. Please be considerate. Could you just shut up? Wow, I was only trying to help. I find something strange. Why aren't the Foundation members participating in the discussion? Yeah, they've been very quiet, haven't they? And yeah, Iroha... Well, Iroha doesn't usually have much to add. Shiobai... He usually doesn't say anything unless he finds it worth his time. Iroha and Shiobai, too. This is getting boring. It's like my previous guests aren't even here. Shut it. I guess Turiya really didn't mean anything to them. How insensitive. Both of you checked the video in the control room, right? Did you both feel nothing watching that? I have no intention of participating in this crazy trial. I have an idea of what you're trying to achieve by doing this. Until we reach that stage, my participation isn't needed in this pointless discussion. I see. I'll ask you this. Why did you choose Turiya? I don't quite understand. Why did you force Turiya into this killing school trip instead of me? From your point of view, would it really matter which one of us participated in the game? Ray, isn't it obvious? It's like, you're too smart. You would have figured things out sooner. Turiya's dumb. Turiya's a moron. Iroha! Pfuh. You laughing? You're one to talk. I'm sorry. I have a cold. That is fucking disrespectful. I know she's void, but still. However, even if you participated, Ray, the result would not have changed, thanks to the power of divine luck. But it would make the process significantly easier if I included someone who's an idiot. I see. It was idiotic of me to ask. It's still going to be difficult either way. Even if there's guests here, the participation amount is still too low. If this keeps up, I'll have no choice but to force open your mouths. That means it's time for the truth of the killing school trip you've all been waiting for. Why is nobody responding? Iroha? What? Oh, yay! Before we discuss more, I'd like to hear something from Yuki. Me? I must help Yuki, who didn't participate in the investigation. This is the director of the Kisaragi Foundation, the former ultimate policeman, Tsurugi Kinjo. If you're the leader of the Kisaragi Foundation, you're the most important person here. Yuki, what do you think of Mr. Kinjo here? Maybe, like, do you have any memories of him at all? The Kisaragi Foundation was a little too late to save us, but I think they were trying to help us from the outside. Were they trying to save you? Is that really true? What if I told you everyone's deaths was all the leader of the Kisaragi Foundation's fault? What? Mikado might not be lying. I know the truth about Tsurugi. What did he do? Okay, well, Logicraft, I did get that skill that is supposed to help, so I do hope it's going to be very helpful, because I'm terrible at this game. I think it said I was, like, able to move around freely, so we'll see how well that goes. Oh, wait. Oh, this is much easier. Because I don't have to do, like, that Angry Birds kind of thing where I have to constantly be pressing the Z button. Oh, this is so much... I should have got this skill way sooner. Oh, wait, no, I don't think I had access to this skill until the end. I'm guessing because whoever would have given it to me died, or I didn't get my, relationship high enough. Oh, that is a game changer. I'm so mad I didn't get it until the very last trial. Why was Kinjo the cause of everyone's death? Oh, because he withheld information. Yeah, I doubt it's because he's the mastermind, and he's not incompetent. It was, the information about, fucking Shiobai, right? Yeah, that he was working with the Kisaragi Foundation? That he was like a double agent. Oh, 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 oh. What information did Tsurugi Kinjo hide? Oh, identity of the spy. This is the easiest logic craft I've ever done. This is amazing. It doesn't even matter if I hit... I'm not going to try it, because I'm pretty sure I hit... Or I should have hit some of those blocks, but I didn't get hit, so maybe I'm just, like, completely invincible at this part, but I want to get a perfect score, so I'm not going to risk it. Why did Kinjo hide this information? To prevent it from getting leaked. He's not a member of Void, and I don't think he wants to revive Utsuro, because he hates the guy. Yeah, 100%! Woohoo! So that's it. You're talking about what Tsurugi hid about the spy, right? Yes, still as sharp as always, Sora. What are you talking about? A spy? Hidden information? Tsurugi, no, the entire Kisaragi Foundation has been tracking Mikado down for a long time. However, Mikado was hard to find, and in the process, Tsurugi made a bold move to turn the tides. He planted a spy. A spy? Who is it? Do you know? The spy that Tsurugi planted in order to locate Mikado, if I recall. Well, this is easy. Boom, boom, boom. Shiobai. Shiobai Hashimoto. He's the spy inside of Void who is working for the Kisaragi Foundation. No way. Shiobai's the spy? He's not just a spy. Originally, he was on Mikado's side and working for Void as their collaborator. But he was also hired by the Kisaragi Foundation. So, in other words, he was a double agent. Working for Void and the Kisaragi Foundation at the same time? So, he's the collaborator Nikkei mentioned in the Tower of Babel. That's right. This information was also confirmed by Iroha herself. Stop right there, Kane Taira. Huh? I'm not going to deny I hid the information, but it was a sacrifice that needed to be made. Also, that information couldn't have been in the clues that Mikado Sanoji left for us. So how exactly do you know that? I told her. Excuse me? Got a problem with that? Damn, wake up, psycho cop. How long are you going to be this stubborn? Your damn pride isn't important right now. Your plan, which you had been preparing years for, has failed. We have to try something else. Even if you're right, I don't know what that has to do with exchanging information with those people. If they know the truth, would it even change the results? The result might not be that different, but there are other possibilities, including one that could potentially lead us to hope. I'm not going to blindly follow your orders anymore. I've had enough of you. I'm working on my own now. Your one plan has failed. If you just told me what was going on, I could have helped. You owe the Foundation a lot. Wait, they're both part of the Kisaragi Foundation, right? So why are they both fighting? Didn't I tell you? Everyone's death is a result of Tsurugi's actions. The espionage plan was not created by the Kisaragi Foundation as a whole, just by the leader selfishly alone. It's no different than Tsurugi killing Tsuruya himself. If you'd have just told us, even a little, we might have been able to find a way to save him. Not only that, Tsurugi was in contact with Shiobai, meaning he knew that the killing school trip was about to take place. Even though a lot of innocent people would die, Tsurugi simply tolerated it all. How morbid. No way. But why did you hide it from the Foundation in the first place? He must have been concerned about the info getting leaked. If it was ever leaked that Shiobai was in contact with Tsurugi, all his efforts would be in vain. Typical. He doesn't mind sacrifices as long as he achieves his goal in the end. He's always been like this. I do appreciate the fact that, like, they're working together, they are working for the Foundation, but the animosity is still there from when they were, like, in their original killing school trip, that they don't fully trust each other. Tsurugi, from my memories, I remember you believe in justice more than anything, and you despise all criminals. So why would you team up with a known criminal like Shiobai? I just don't understand that. Good point. You don't get it? It's quite simple. The greater good. Probably the greater good. Oh, I used evil to judge evil. Yeah, why is his eye like that also? He's got that, like, it looks like a void eye. What? There's so much evil and injustice in the world. Amongst them is the real evil. People so rotten, they can't be judged fairly. The retribution for judging such wickedness causes too much mental damage. 2 members of justice being tainted just to judge one evil. Doesn't it seem absurd? There is a way around this problem. To let evil judge true evil. So, is he saying he's gone evil now? Does he have an evil eye to judge evil? Are you talking about the theory of necessary evil? There shouldn't be a thing as necessary evil. In my perfect world, there shouldn't be any evil at all. I only use evil as a sort of medium, that's all. What? He's crazier than he looks. I don't know why he's giving me, like, light Yagami vibes, where he's like, I have to do bad things to get rid of bad people in the world. Like, I have to become... Except he didn't even really... Did he really see himself as evil? He saw himself, I think, as justified. But he's like, I have to kill people, but they're bad people. Or, like, I have to do bad things in order to make the world better. Tsurugi. Ray, I thought you understood. I've just been pretending to understand until now. You crossed the line a long time ago. Ever since you killed Ju Kinjo. What? I don't care. So someone related to him, obviously, because they share the same name? I don't care what you say. From the beginning, I knew not everyone would understand my path, but Ray, allow me to ask you something. Was there any other way? Huh? If I hadn't had worked with that damn broker, how would we have even found Mikado Sonoji in the first place? Do you remember the days where you couldn't find a single clue, even when the entire intelligence team was on it? Without the help of this broker, do you think we would have ever found the location of Mikado Sonoji? Could you have figured out Mikado's plan on your own? I know, it has negative consequences, but at least I had a plan. And we managed to get this far. We're here, face to face with Mikado Sonoji. I don't care if you act alone or not. I don't feel betrayed, but you don't have the right to blame me for doing nothing. That's ridiculous. Yuki, I still don't know everything, and I still have a lot of questions, but I know this for sure. You lost to Mikado. Oh, it doesn't matter if you worked with Shiobai, you still withheld important information from your comrades. And as a result, you ended up in the clutches of Mikado and participating in this trial just like he wanted. To judge evil with evil? You can't judge shit. Ha ha ha, Mikado's loving this. No, that's... If you really were that great, you would have saved me. Look at me, I don't even have a body. Stop. Stop. Stop acting so pretentious, like it's all over. You need to think of a... That's enough! You dare say that? With that face? With that voice? He's like, yeah, Utsuro, it's like talking to a dead man. Don't you dare talk to me like that. Huh? Shut your mouth, Yuki. Somehow I'll save you, so just please, shut your mouth. What happened? Why is this guy screaming? Tsurugi, that's enough. You might now have known this, but Yuki was... Oh, that's why. I thought he was looking at him like he was Utsuro, but yeah, I guess he was his classmate. You might not have known this, but Yuki was Tsurugi's mental support during his previous killing day. So yeah, that's gotta cut deep that basically his... You know, someone he saw as a friend is calling him out and giving him the harsh truth. What? What are you talking about? This is the first time I've seen this guy. No, it wasn't you, Yuki. It was Master Utsuro pretending to be Yuki. Sora did that, didn't she? She helped Utsuro kidnap Yuki, and he went to Hope Speak Academy pretending to be him. I saw it in a file in the control room. The 79th class's killing school life was caused by Utsuro. Utsuro erased his own memories and thought he was Yuki until the end. Tsurugi Kinjo, Yuki's right. We have no choice but to proceed with the trial for now. And to do that, I told Akane Taira the information you told me. Well, I'm sorry, Tsurugi. I didn't mean all that. No, I understand your anxiety, Yuki. I'm very sorry for the inconvenience I've caused. It's okay. Ray, What? I'm sorry. I'm helpless now that my plan has failed. What Yuki said was exactly the truth. I just didn't want to admit it. You're pathetic. Honestly, do you really think I'll forgive you for what you did to Tria and I? When this is over, you'll feel my wrath. I love Rei. Tsurugi? Rei? I guess it can't be helped. It's true that everyone here is fighting against Mikado altogether, so let's try to cooperate. I'll put my personal feelings aside. Excellent! What? Tsurugi, you really are amazing. Your espionage plan you've been working on for the last few years has failed, and you're in a virtual world with no chance of succeeding. And to top it off, you have to deal with the painful memories of looking at someone with the face of an old friend. You sure have a strong mind. I definitely think you're truly one of the best humans I've ever encountered. Tsurugi, just to let you know, pretty much 90% of everything he says is utter bullshit. Just ignore him. I was planning on it. I still get treated the same even in the finale. Well, that's not important now, but it seems Tsurugi and Rei now have at least a little intention to join. Now that's cleared up, shall we continue? If you're unsure or you have any questions during this process, please don't hesitate to ask. Tsurugi, there's something I want to ask you. Oh, what is it, Yuki? I'm not talking to you. Shut up. Hee hee hee. Iroha, you shut up too. Eek! I didn't mean it. The reason why you've been communicating with Shiobai is because you learned about Mikado's plan because of him, right? What did you discover that made Rei so angry? That's correct. Shiobai Hashimoto was able to find confidential information about Mikado Sonoji, and because the Kisaragi Foundation has failed to capture Mikado multiple times, I decided to work with him. And thanks to this, I was able to find out how Mikado was able to pull such a large-scale crime off. The two Kisaragi Foundation members have started to participate in our discussion, so I have to help them both as much as possible. The confidential information Shiobai found out about Mikado, I found it while I was investigating with Yuriko. There's gonna be a shit ton of, yeah, oh my gosh. I feel like it could be all sorts of different stuff here. What have we got? Several years ago, Mikado Sonoji hacked into the Foundation's database. Since then, the Kisaragi Foundation has been trying to capture him. The first few times he was easily traceable. There were many occasions to catch him in reality, so we were constantly chasing after him. Then after, it became impossible to track him. Yes, although it's impossible for a human to hide their footsteps completely. But after some time, all traces of Mikado Sonoji vanished. But it's because he died, didn't he? But didn't you just say that was impossible? How is that possible? He's only human after all. Oh, we got the alter ego Mikado. Did something happen to prevent him? Hold on. Let me check that one. Where's the one here? Yeah, alter ego. Mikado Sonoji, who has masterminded this killing game, was not actually human, but an alter ego. The real Mikado died a long time ago. Mikado's ultimate purpose is the resurrection of Utsuro by putting artificially created divine luck into Yuki's body to awaken Utsuro from within. Okay, that's gotta be it. So we will pick that one. Mikado's confidential information that Tsurugi found out through Shiobai. It's gotta be. So we're gonna pick that one. No, Yuki, it is possible. It is? Simply because Mikado Sonoji isn't human. What? Tsurugi and Rei said after some time he couldn't be tracked. That's because the human called Mikado Sonoji is already dead. What? Mikado's dead? No way. Rei, could you please show that picture to Yuki? The one containing the corpse of Mikado? Of course. This is the state of Mikado in the real world. Ugh, it's so gruesome. How did you get a hold of this photo? Oh, Shiobai must have taken it. Wait, I don't understand. Mikado isn't human. Did we ever find out what Mikado's cause of death? It looks like he was slashed up a lot. Was Shiobai the one who did that to him, or Is it Monocub? Because it's like, it looks like slashes, like from claws. Mikado isn't human? If he's not human, what is he? Who's this right in front of us? The human known as Mikado is already dead. The Mikado in front of us, that person, he's... Okay. Would I say alter ego? Because we already have alter ego Mikado Sonoji, so I guess alter ego? An alter ego. He's not actually a living person. He's just an AI. More specifically, an alter ego. An alter ego? What's that? Don't worry, I didn't even know what it was until the investigation. Alter Ego is a high-tech software created by Chihiro Fujisaki, the ultimate programmer of Hope's Peak 78th class. It's an AI formed and grown through, SEEP? I'm guessing it's supposed to be deep learning to create a human-like other self. What? Mikado's an AI? Correct. What a shocking and unexpected twist. Hello, world. And that's why the Kisaragi Foundation couldn't track Mikado down. An alter ego doesn't have a body, meaning it would be impossible to catch him since he can just jump from network to network, as well as manipulate information. That being said, the person who hired Shiobai wasn't the real Mikado, but the alter ego Mikado. Alter ego Mikado hired and paid Shiobai to kill the Mikado in— oh, that's right. To kill the Mikado in reality— yeah, okay. Wait, this is too much to take in. I still don't understand. I've never heard of an alter ego before. So alter ego Mikado hired Shiobai to kill his real counterpart? But then who created his alter ego? I was created by a human, obviously. Huh? So who created you? I killed the parents who gave birth to me. Ah, the forbidden sense of immortality. Only me and Kanade would get it. Ray said it a while ago. Alter Ego is a program created by the ultimate programmer of Hope's Peak Academy. The technology was modified and improved using various ultimate students, and there are various versions of Alter Ego, in fact. However, due to the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the technology wasn't well known to the public. Tragic event in human history? This is too much. There's just so much I don't know. You still don't remember? Unlike the others who have had their reset codes unlocked, Yuki's hasn't been. Come to think of it, didn't Churia say something like that before? How Hope's Peak Academy is in ruin? Also, according to Yuriko's theory, our memories were manipulated to be back to our high school days, and our appearances as ultimates too. That's right, you didn't know who I was when you first saw me again. What I look like now is how I actually look in the real world. When I was a student, I lied about my age to work as a hostess. Huh? What? So we're not ultimate students? That's right. Most of the actual ultimate students are already dead. That's strange. That doesn't make sense. What is it, Yuki? Oh shit, okay. You just said the alter ego was created by the ultimate programmer, right? And that alter ego Mikado was created by the actual Mikado? That's one big contradiction. I don't understand what's happening. Please refute me if I'm wrong, Sora. Oh my gosh, give me a lot here too, okay. Okay. Mikado isn't an ultimate student, alter ego. Oh shit, I can't even read it. It just doesn't make sense. The real Mikado's dead. Oh my gosh, why is it? Ah! I understand Yuki doesn't want to believe it. I didn't believe it at first either, but if he just hears me out, I'm sure he'll understand. I need to explain to him what I learned during the investigation. Only created by ultimate students. It doesn't make sense. The real Mikado's dead. It's hard to believe. Am I missing something? I haven't even had a chance to actually look at the other, okay. Alter Ego Mikado Sonoji, Administrator Code, Kokoro, Next Generator Symbols of Hope. Oh shit. See, I'm gonna fail this one. Oh my gosh. Is it maybe the fact... I don't know. Like Alter Ego, where they said that he's not an ultimate student? Oh, Mikado's dead. Maybe that's the alter ego thing. Except no, alter ego would need to be created. Alter ego can't create itself. Oh my gosh, I'm stumped on this one. Okay, let me look at the clues again. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's Kokoro. That's right, Kokoro. Shit. Oh, of course I got it, like, right. I think that's it anyway, because there was a thing about, like, Mikado alone. But no, Kokoro helped him make it. Okay, so let's equip that right away, because I think that Mikado one pops up, like, right at the beginning. This is gonna be hard, because, like, I have to immediately select it. Okay. Alright. Kokoro. Shit. Alright, so I need to get through the end here and then have it equipped so I can use it right away. Okay. Shit. Fuck. So I remember I have to equip it with S. That's always what screws me over here. I hope this is the last one I ever have to do. I hate this minigame so much. I missed it. I missed it. Fuck. There we go. Fuck. Ooh. I think I even got, like, skills to help me out with that, maybe? Didn't seem to do a damn thing. Oh, boy. Wait, Yuki, just listen to me for a minute. Are you really taking his word for it? What? Is Mikado lying? The fact Mikado made his own alter ego is simply incorrect. Alter ego Mikado was co-developed. Co-developed? There was someone who helped him? That's wrong. It's quite the opposite. Mikado was the helper, not the main developer. Yuki, you know her well. The main developer's name is Kokoro Kurokawa, or as you might know her, Kokoro Mitsume. What? Kokoro? It's her? There was a document in the infirmary that showed various conversations between Mikado and Kokoro. I think it's clear the two of them had some kind of working relationship, and that Kokoro was the main producer of Mikado's alter ego. Kokoro, what a nostalgic name. How painful it is to hear the name of your own dead mother. Wait, I don't understand. Why is Kokoro being brought up? Kokoro's dead. We know how she died, right? My head hurts. Are you okay, Yuki? Quiet, everyone. You're forgetting Yuki here didn't investigate like you all. I know you're all impatient, but don't say that as if it's common knowledge. Have pity for Yuki here. Shut up. You're just trying to make Yuki's memories come back. Let me take over the explanation from here. I'll explain the details you might not all know. What are you saying? As you've all said, I'm an alter ego created by two people. My father, Mikado Sanoji, and my mother, Kokoro Kurokawa. And he said, like, I had to kill my own mother. So she was we saw her in the, that, like, chamber thing that we saw, like, Yuji and Shinji and the twins as well. My father, Mikado Sanoji, desperately tried to gather information on the whereabouts of Master Utsuro. In the process of this, he learned quite a bit about computing and ended up becoming a hacker to search for information. My mother, Kokoro Kurokawa, was a prominent psychologist and researcher who excelled in the field of psychology. She left psychology for some reason and began to work on the field of brain science. I was born because of a coincidence of interests between my mother and father. Do you understand? Interests? My father wanted to revive Utsuro as an alter ego, and my mother wanted to understand emotions. To create a human from scratch was their goal. Of course, a lot of research on emotions was needed for this. Well, Kokoro did create a human, her daughter, and then her daughter ended up running away. Wait, alter egos were created by Hope's Peak Academy students, right? So was Kokoro a Hope's Peak student? Kokoro wasn't a student of Hope's Peak Academy, but her excellent abilities were comparable to that of an ultimate, and then her daughter ended up becoming an ultimate. Ultimate talent is not absolute. Of course, Hope's Peak Academy is the best educational institution in the world. But a talented person doesn't always have to attend Hope's Peak Academy. Continuing on, both my parents extracted the data from Master Utsuro based on experimental data taken from Kokuro's daughter. That was the base of my alter ego. Wait, Kokoro Kurokawa? Could it be Mikako? No way. Oh, she didn't even know that. Finally, a response. This must be a familiar name for Tsurugi and Rei here. As you might have expected, yes. Your classmate, Kokoro, is the mother of Mikako Kurokawa. What? Tsurugi, did you know anything about this? He didn't. Is that a no? Oi, Shiobai Hashimoto. What? Why was I not informed? Giving me all the information was part of our contract. Did you hide this, or just not know? Director, I don't know everything about Mikado in the first place. I didn't bother to find out anything that wasn't related to our deal. I got no clue about that Kokoro girl's past. Mikako's mother was involved with Mikado Sonoji? It has to be a coincidence, right? By the way, isn't this the first time Shiobai's spoken in this trial? Wait, Mikado? Experimental data on her daughter. Tell me more about that. It's the first time I've heard anything about it. All Monocrow said was that she had a daughter and that she was missing. Oh yes, this was in the flashback. They don't know anything about this. This was a flashback with her and Mikado at the beginning of the chapter. And about an experiment. What happened? What a pain. Honestly, this isn't relevant to my plan at all. Still, if you're also curious about it, I'll put it simply for you all. They were experiments on primitive emotions. Primitive emotions? What's that? In short, it's the original source of human emotions. Even though I'm not human, I still don't understand it well. The first emotions humans have when they're born, that pure emotion that's unaffected by external factors. Anyways, to study emotions, Kokoro, she was pregnant with a girl, and immediately after its birth, locked her away and studied her emotions from her lab. Why would she... Pregnancy? Babies? Experiments on children? Is that legal? During this, she connected an electrical device to the girl's brain to obtain emotional details from it. However, her partner escaped and took their daughter called Mikako, and from that moment until Mikako's death, everything she experienced was stored on Kokoro's computer. Kokoro's daughter is dead? Yes, she's dead, because Mikako was a student of Hope's Peak 79th class, and Tsurugi and Rei's classmate. Turia didn't mention it. In the killing game of the 79th class, everyone died except for 3 people. That's correct. Shiobai informed me that somehow this killing game was supposed to be a recreation. That intel was correct. Yeah, also, Junko Enoshima said she had destroyed the data sent by Utsuro. So, that's how Mikado learned the contents of the killing game that nobody except 3 survivors knew. That's correct. All of it was etched into Mikako Kurokawa's brain. However, Mikako appears to have died before Master Utsuro's identity was revealed. Combining that with the backup data from Alter Ego Yamato stored in the Kisaragi Foundation, it's possible to see the entire contents of the killing game. How about that? Do you understand now, Yuki? The fact I'm not human, and am indeed an alter ego. Mikado and Kokoro worked together to develop the alter ego. Mikado, who's right in front of us. His alter ego then hired Shiobai and made plans to make the killing game we're currently in. Something's off. What is it, Sora? That's right. It's been on my mind ever since the investigation. Mikado, your purpose is to revive Utsuro, right? Yes. My mouth is dry from having to explain it so many times. I was wondering about something you said a while ago. You said the human Mikado was trying to revive Utsuro. Even though you're an alter ego, is your goal still the same? What are you trying to say, Sora? That's right. The alter ego that was supposed to be Utsuro's then became alter ego Mikado. That's what you're talking about, right? Eh? Yeah, that's what was on the computer during the investigation. I'll explain that. In short, it's because as soon as I was created, I got over my father's thinking. What are you talking about? I think you're wrong. My father made me to target Master Utsuro, but the first model that became my base was a replica. Don't you know? So far, all the developers of alter egos haven't been for someone else. Do you want to know why? Because your own brain is easier to understand than someone else's? It's said on the computer in the infirmary that an alter ego follows the developer's personality. That's correct, Yoriko. In other words, even if you scan your brain 100%, you can't implement it inside other people. That's why my father implemented his own brain data, since it was taking time to tune the data. So why are you exactly the same as Mikado? Because you die before you can resurrect Master Utsuro. What? From the moment my consciousness awoke, I aided my father calculate his plans. I'm a clone of my father's internal brain structure, so it's no surprise my purpose is the same. However, why hasn't my data been changed to Master Utsuro's, you might be asking? Because it was a terrible plan. It was too imperfect of a plan, with a low success rate, not to mention it was very inefficient. That's why I secretly hired Shiobai Hashimoto behind my father's back and ordered him to kill my father. How is that possible? You're just an AI. How did you hire a broker? I'm just an AI? Are you saying I'm less than human? Huh? From the moment I was brought into this world, I surpassed human wisdom. All humans are beneath me. There is no human that even comes close, except for Master Utsuro with his luck. An alter ego can theoretically navigate through any network in the entire world. Furthermore, in our current age of internet, nothing would be impossible for him to find out. But still... Oh, shit, sorry, I skipped that. Something about you killed the person, probably like that brought you into the world or something. To revive Master Utsuro using my father's original plan, to put it simply, would take too long. Anyway, it'd be impossible for him to meet with Master Utsuro. He's only human after all. This is my only plan. I just killed my father and carried out his purpose. It's the same result in the end. In the end, there's just one final step before Master Utsuro gets resurrected. Just shut up. Give me my body back. You say the real Mikado's dead, but how about Kokoro Kurokawa? What happened to her? Kokoro? You're referring to my mother. Well, Kokoro kept me alive. She was the deciding factor of my life. She decided to let me continue with the plan myself. What? You're the only artificially created emotion in existence. How far can you grow? Could your emotions surpass that of a real human? And where would they go from there? Show me. Let yourself be carried by your emotions. Act on them. I won't stop you. She's like the opposite of a helicopter mom. She's a very laissez-faire, like, free-grown, free-range child. Go do what you want. Go have fun. Because you're the freest being in the world. I can act proactively because I have emotions. My unexpected behavior was due to someone adjusting my emotions. Kokoro's goal was the study of emotions. She infused me with an excess of emotions that exceeded my needs. And as a result, you modified the plan to your will, and in the process you killed Mikado? What? Everything we fought for? Everything we've been through was all because of Kokoro? That's just a theory. Kokoro would never do that. No, Kokoro would have expected this to happen. She didn't even try to stop me. What would you expect from someone who experiments on a baby when it's just in the womb? Even to me, an artificial intelligence, the existence of someone like Kokoro is surprising. She's a mad scientist. A mad scientist. Wait, but Kokoro was trapped and got murdered in the killing game. How do you explain that? She was trapped. Yuki, I think you've got it all wrong. My mother voluntarily participated in the killing game. That's crazy. She wanted to see how the Neo World program worked combined with my software in the virtual world. As for me, being implemented as a virtual avatar in a virtual world is the first time I've experienced the sensation of walking. But Kokoro lost her memory like us. That was a surprise for me. That means another betrayal. It was an unavoidable decision. Kokoro was the only person who could possibly stop me. She would just cause problems later. I thought it'd be best to take advantage of the situation. Okay, that's the whole story. Kokoro, a scientist who used her daughter for human experiments without hesitation and threw away her dignity for research. That is the true nature of the Kokoro Mitsume we all knew. Was it for the best for everyone she had her memories erased? Was the Kokoro I met during the killing school trip always that terrible? There's no point thinking about it now. No matter how much I think, she's already dead. And the dead can never come back. It's a rule of the world, an impossible thing to change. That's enough. While it is good that, as a result, 2 insane criminals ended up dead because of a rogue AI, there's no place for sympathy. All we have to do is beat the degenerate scum in front of us. Instead of reacting to these dramatic reveals, we should switch topics. That's right, the story of my life is pretty dramatic. Anyway, since that point, the killing game proceeded smoothly. Ugh. Yuriko, what's wrong? It's nothing, I'm just feeling a bit sick. It's a terrible series of events. It's just so hard to bear. I'm feeling sick too, look how ill I am. Be strong, Yuriko. If you give up now, it will all be in vain. I know it's an unusual case, but we have to stop him here. I agree, but he's not human. Was there really no way to stop him from the beginning? I'm right. Even this class trial was all planned by Mikado. Not to mention the Kisaragi Foundation is clueless. Yo, Yuki, huh? Everything's gonna be fine. Let's just keep moving. We're all gonna get out of this. Wow, I think it's the nicest thing he's ever said. Probably. That's unexpected of you, Shiobai. There's nothing to worry about, although it's not ideal for everyone. I wouldn't consider what's gonna happen a bad ending. Huh? Really? How do you know? I said the same thing, remember? From the beginning, I said I had no intention of killing you all. I only want to revive Master Utsuro. That's bullshit. You know full well what would happen if Utsuro is resurrected. That bastard is disaster incarnate. A thing such as him shouldn't exist in this world. Whilst your unwavering conviction is amazing, what you just said is quite ironic. Your life wouldn't be the same without Master Utsuro. Divine luck was cast on you too, was it not? What? What is he talking about? During the killing game of the 79th class, Tsurugi here was saved— Oh, that's right, he tried to shoot himself, didn't he? Tsurugi was saved by divine luck. Your legs? You're in a wheelchair, aren't you? Hasn't it gotten to the point where you can't even walk anymore? Is that— oh, I thought he was referring— I thought there was a moment where he tried to kill himself, and he wasn't able to. Shut up, I'd rather die than unleash a monster like Utsuro. As long as I live, I will never allow him to come back to life. Never. Your will is irrelevant. The result has already been decided. Now then, let's move on. After making a swift deal with Shiobai, my plan progressed. He did such a wonderful job solving my physical limitations. But I never thought he would betray me. From that moment on, I began to collect diverse information that was necessary for my plan, using networks from all over the world. That's when I obtained the 3 most important pieces of information. What are you talking about? I mean, you should already know. Really? Iroha, what is he talking about? Woohoo, no need to rush. Let's discuss them one by one. Okay, there's one straight up that's not translated. I sure hope it's not that one. Shit. Kokoro constantly monitored me. Oh, my contact with Shiobai. Oh, shit. And what was the first piece of information I obtained from Shiobai after we formed the contract? A clue. Something directly related to Iroha. Oh. It's gotta be something— it's something to do with me? Maybe it's something to do with my fortune. Did you find a trace of Utsuro? No, you're both wrong. I don't know why, but Iroha seems to not be putting— or seems to be putting in almost no effort. The grand plan to revive Master Utsuro. During its creation process, I felt like I needed some partners. Ooh, okay, children of Utsuro, maybe? By partners, you mean people to betray. Okay, partners. What would a person like Mikado consider a partner? Okay, let's look at our things. So, Children of Utsuro, Akane, Luck from the Heavens, Shiobai, Mikado, Neo World Program, and then whatever that one is at the bottom that I don't know what that is. Okay. Maybe it's the Neo World Program about, like, how he got this together, the symbols of hope? What were the other ones? Akane. Maybe I'm the partner without realizing it. Luck from the Heavens. Oh yeah, there's a— it said about like it was related to Iroha. Okay, so it could be— I'm guessing it's something to do with the Children of Utsuro. Maybe that's the thing with the partners, so I'm gonna pick that one. He said, like, I needed some partners. Nope, that wasn't right. I don't think that's right. I have to think again. Partners. What would a person like Mikado consider a partner? Shit, I thought for sure that was it. Dang it, okay. Maybe the thing about something related to Iroha, Children of Utsuro? Oh no, that's wrong too. Oh boy, I might fail this one. Shit, okay. What were the other clues again? Maybe it's the luck from the heavens? It says something to late. Okay, I'll pick that one. Nope, that's not it either. Shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna straight up... Oh, shit. I'm gonna straight up fail this one. Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh no. Okay. Wow, I've never done so badly at one of these before. Okay, let's go back. I feel like it's got to be the Children of Utsuro, right? That would be... That's the only people I could think of that would be like a partner. Maybe it's this one here? Oh my god, I got it right at the end. Oh, that was embarrassing. So bad. If it has something to do with Iroha, then it's got to be how you gathered Void, right, Mikado? That's correct. Whilst looking for information to help with my plan, I discovered traces of the Children of Utsuro, who were in the same situation as me. Children of Utsuro? It's a group of people who were helped by Mr. Utsuro as a child. Nikkei thought it sounded cool. You already had loads of information about Alter Ego, and Kokoro and Shiobai were already working for you. So why did you need 4 more people into Void? That's right. Also, you ended up betraying all the Voids you gathered by killing them anyway. Betrayal, that's what you all think. Do you think that the Voids didn't agree to this plan? We didn't. You didn't explain we would die for real at all. Like I said before, my manpower originally consisted of Kokoro and Shiobai. However, there was a different reason why I brought the 4 Voids in. Another purpose? The total amount of divine luck everyone received was different. Everyone's aware of this fact, right? Total amount of divine luck? Total amount of divine luck. I think I heard something about this before. The luck from the heavens. Iroha, didn't you explain it to me before? That the total protection of divine luck depends on the amount they receive. Yeah, I heard it from Mikado. Correct. However, I still don't know 100% what the power of divine luck is. The protection some might call fortune is caused by a combination from the power of divine luck itself. A combination? Let's use combat power in a manga as an example. Both Hajime and Emma were protected by divine luck. Hajime obtained health, and Emma obtained wealth, so each person was influenced in different ways. Going back to the manga power analogy, let's say Hajime's fortune's power is 100, and Emma's is 90. Assuming 2 people use the power of divine luck for the same reason, the amount would combine, so if you combine the numbers 100 plus 90 equals 190. So if multiple people who were protected by divine luck work together, the power of divine luck gets stronger. Wait, does that even make sense? The powers of divine luck just doesn't make any sense. It's just a surreal force, so how can it combine? No, I think it's possible. During the 4th trial, do you remember what Nikkei said? Yeah, because you'd interfered with the plan, everything went wrong. Shinji should have died on the spot and never woke up. He would have never had the chance to even think about saving Yuki. But how come? Only those with the same power would be able to change the result. Only people with the same power would be able to change the result. That's right. What? Divine luck is a force that distorts reality. There's no conventional way to stop it. However, if divine luck is in conflict with divine luck, it's a different story. Woohoo, Ray's right. Divine luck is strongly influenced by the intentions of the user. That's why I brought the Voids together for one purpose, to revive Master Utsuro. Despite the countless calculations I made, there were still a lot of complications, so I had to borrow divine luck slightly. Just by the Voids participating in the plan, the amounts of divine luck is significantly increased, and my chances of success would increase as well. It's like a human totem pole. So we were just disposable things being used as a battery to give you divine luck? That's right, why else would I keep you around? Did you honestly think we were friends? Colleagues? You should have known your place. Oh, that's awful. Why were just them chosen? You just said Utsuro helped a bunch of people. Hajime, Emma, Iroha, and Nikke. What's so special about them? What's so special about them? Literally nothing. They were just my only option. Is that really it? There was nobody left in the children of Utsuro except for the Voids. It's just them? The rest died. What? Master Utsuro couldn't help them, no matter how desperate they were, or what problems they had in their lives. Those poor children living in hell without the help of Divine Luck's fortune. I simply helped them. As everybody here knows, Master Utsuro's death was the death of Divine Luck. When Divine Luck disappeared, the original fate of the people under Divine Luck's protection began to return. Began to return? The children who got everything they wanted thanks to their fortune suddenly lost everything. So everyone who gains from something from Master Utsuro lost it. And in the cases of children who had their lives saved, they died. In one way or another, they all returned to their personal hell. And for people whose lives weren't directly saved, they couldn't take it and took their own lives. It's been several years since Master Utsuro's estimated death. They were bound to be desperate. What about Void? Why are they still alive? That's where my theory of total amount of divine luck they received comes from. There was 5 children, including myself, whom divine luck was imprinted deeply on. Unlike most of the others Master Utsuro protected, we still have some protection left, as we revived more power than the others, or received more power than the others. If I had a choice, I would have chosen some competent people instead of this lot, especially Iroha. What? So that's why you brought 4 other people who were saved by Utsuro and formed Void. In part, it was because of Nikke, who felt the crisis occurring and had already gathered the other 3. It was quite easy to get them to agree. They were all ever so desperate at the time. It's true, if my plan succeeds, the power of fortune will return. And whilst doing that, you secretly use the Voids as sacrifices. I feel no sympathy for you. That's incorrect. Look at it from my perspective. They would have died anyway if the protection of divine luck completely disappeared. Their bodies would simply die. I assure you, the Voids agreed to risk their lives. I don't think they'd have any regrets about what happened. Shut up, you big fat liar. What's next, then? Is that all? Are the children of Utsuro the only members of your Void organization? I don't think that's the case. There's another right here in this courtroom with us. I'm talking about her. Oh, it's me. It's me. Sergey's saying there's another person working for Utsuro. He's talking about... It's clearly Yoriko. Akane Taira. That's who you're referring to, right, Tsurugi? As far as I'm aware of, Akane Taira is the person closest to Utsuro. Whilst using his hacking skills, the human Mikado discovered Utsuro's whereabouts, but could never keep track of him. Akane Taira is the only child Utsuro helped who managed to successfully reunite with him. Sora? But, Tsurugi, Akane Taira is still in the real world. Furthermore, she's in a vegetative state. The only reason you can walk is because it's a virtual world. A vegetative state? What are you talking about? I don't understand how Akane Taira's body survived the destruction of the lab, or how her body's still functioning. But I found the presence of her in the medical records of the hospital, and I even discovered she vanished a few months ago. You found her in hospital medical records? We wouldn't have even known if she had been taken to a private clinic. It was a blind spot. Due to the tragedy, unknown patients were a common occurrence. If you want to hide a tree, put it in a forest. There were tons of early to mid-20s patients who were unconscious. We just didn't realize it was Akane Taira. What are you talking about? To put it simply, it was Mikado Sanoji that took Akane from the hospital a few months ago. No, it'd be more accurate to say it was Shiobai acting as a representative of Mikado. Am I wrong, Mikado Sanoji? Tsurugi, you're incredible. You got it all right without me having to correct you. And that's the second of the 3 important pieces of information I mentioned. The fact Sora is the presence of Akane Taira. Shiobai, you kidnapped Akane? Wait, Shiobai, is that why you didn't know about my identity as Akane Taira? What are you talking about? Well, it definitely seemed like that, based on what he said on the 5th island. Not that it matters. This is the virtual world. Whether you are Akane Taira herself, or someone pretending to be her, The fact that you have that scar means one way or another you're related to that person. And that means Mikado Sanoji also knew of her too. Then why the hell did he hide that information from me? Shiobai said Mikado was trying to hide information about Akane. If Tsurugi's story is correct, then it doesn't make sense for him to say that. Well, it is true I abducted Akane Taira from the hospital as requested. However, back then I didn't know the identity of the woman I abducted. You abducted someone you didn't even know? I told you before, I don't look into things I don't need to. I just do as I'm told. All my employer told me to do was to kidnap a woman from a hospital, so that's what I did. I got enough info to do my job, so there was no reason to look deeper into it. The only thing I knew about Akane Taira is she was related to the 79th class killing game. Wait, didn't Iroha say something similar? That the Voids didn't know about Akane Taira's involvement? Yeah, so it's true. What Shiobai said about hiding Akane Taira's existence is true. All information related to her was only known by Mikado. What is the point of that? Akane Taira was the closest person to Utsuro, so why wasn't she involved in the plan? That's correct. Akane wasn't involved in my plan to revive Utsuro. However, the girl called Akane Taira was still needed. What? I would explain it to you, but I'm quite tired of spouting exposition, so unfortunately I can't tell you. That's ridiculous. Do you want us to figure out your plan or not? Remember, this is a class trial. We have an order to things here. The reason Sora was brought here will be discussed later, so let's move on. Yuki Maeda. Huh? You're the protagonist of this story, so of course you should come first. The third of my important pieces of information is regarding Yuki Maeda. It's so obvious. It's that you're trying to revive Utsuro using Yuki's body because of their similar brain structure. Oh, is that so? So I don't need to explain where or who Yuki was, or why he was imprisoned by Master Utsuro and Akane. What? Utsuro and Akane Taira imprisoned Yuki Maeda? You're all aware Master Utsuro replaced Yuki using the power of divine luck in order to infiltrate Hope's Peak. During the process of this, Master Utsuro raided Yuki's home and killed his entire family and kidnapped him. What? Do you remember the motive video on the third island you received? It showed your house and what happened to your family. What? Master Utsuro is someone who spares no blood and no tears. Yuki's mother and father were living peacefully. Ugh, ugh. It's a scene that couldn't be witnessed without tears. The Maeda family was so happy and innocent in their everyday lives until... That's enough. That's enough. Are you trying to make me stop? How dare you tell Yuki such a horrible thing? If it's so horrid, why'd you do it? I'm the one who killed them? Sora killed Yuki's family? Master Utsuro's will is my own. That was the creed of Akane Taira. She was just a tool to Master Utsuro. It's not an unreasonable act. I would have done the same. But you of all people, are the one to say that to Yuki after everything you did to him? You ruined his life. Sora? Yuki, it's not what it... It's not what. Please finish. Are you still trying to deny who you are? You can't wash divine luck away so easily. It doesn't matter how hard you try to wash away the sins of your past. Your hands will always be dirty. Just stop. You don't get to speak to Sora like that. Yeah, thank you, Yuriko. Thank you, sticking up for me. Always. She's always on my side. Nobody cares, so just shut up. Yuriko, how love has blinded... Even he's like, you're... love, even he says that Yuriko loves her. How love has blinded you from all sense. You must be blind to believe Sora's the sweet, pure girl you think she is. I might be. Yuriko... I read all the documents you left. Everyone here knows what Sora did with Utsuro, and the path she chose. So you're going to keep covering for her? I'm not covering anything. I believe Sora isn't the same person she was back then. I'm not trying to bury the past, but Sora... I'm willing to tie a knot over Akane Taira. We'll talk about it when we're done here. Good. It seems you're a rational person after all. Sorry about that. She's right. The past is in the past. You shouldn't judge someone on their past mistakes. You really are a scumbag. Yuki, it's fine. I can handle it. I'm not the only one suffering here. First, we need to get out of our situation. Going back to topic at hand, Master Utsuro and Akane imprisoned Yuki in a hidden space without anybody knowing. They left him alone on life support. Life support? It's a magic machine that assists with vital functions. It was initially developed for people whose bodies can't function on their own. Yuki couldn't live without it. That's not the important part. Why did Mr. Utsuro keep Yuki alive? He could have just killed him. If he wanted to replace Yuki, why didn't he just kill him along with his family? Well, I'm not sure about that myself. Perhaps he predicted this series of events and left Yuki alive in hopes somebody would revive him. You have no right to say that. Moving on, after that, I ordered Shiobai to secure Yuki. The children of Utsuro, Akane Taira, and Yuki Maeda, they were all chess pieces for my grand plan. Unlike my human counterpart, I was able to achieve all of this whilst he had too many limitations. Before obtaining Yuki's body, he tried implementing the plan to resurrect Master Utsuro. Of course, it wasn't easy. There was many trials and errors, various corrections and corrections. Trials and errors? Even before now, there have been lots of similar attempts, which were all stopped by the Foundation. They all put lives at risk. They were all supposed to be reminiscent of the previous mutual killing games. Killing games? Why were they all killing games? Why would anybody do something as terrible as a killing game? Why is Mikado so obsessed with killing games? It's got to be because of that. Okay. Alright, what haven't we looked at yet here? It could be the 79th class, could be the Neo World program. What else do we have here? What haven't we looked over yet? Okay, my guess it's probably going to be either the Hope's Peak 79th class, or it's going to be the Neo World program, or it could be the Symbols of Hope? Alright, I'm gonna go with this one. Oh, okay, good. It had to be a killing game to make sure you had the same experience Utsuro had. That's the reason. Correct. The last experience of Master Utsuro's entire life was his 79th class killing school life. To synchronize the structure of Yuki's brain with Master Utsuro's, they must go through similar experiences. Experience is important. It's not just about overwriting the brain data. No matter how much data is added to your memory, it would always be someone remembering an event they didn't experience themselves. Memory, data, experience. Ugh. What happened, Sora? Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. And after various trial and errors, I finally realized what was missing. I was skipping an important step. What step? The discomforting feeling I felt during the investigation is growing. My memories as Akane Taira, my experiences as Akane. It's not important. Right now I need to focus on what's in front of me. That's all. Let's hope I do better this time than the last one. Oh my gosh. But over time, we're knocking out the truth bullets. After obtaining Yuki, I began to test my plan. And I carried it all out in the real world. Of course, I used Yuki's real body for this. Master Utsuro's personality was recreated using alter ego. This was to implant the alter ego into his human brain. It's his real body and the alter ego must be synchronized and in the same mental state. I have no clue what you're on about. In simple terms, his brain in the virtual world and his body in the real world. The structure of his brain wouldn't change no matter the conditions. What? Just question mark. That's ridiculous. It's impossible. It's an impossible feat to pull off. Okay, I feel like there's really only one thing I can dispute here, and that's what Yuki said. Mikado's plan to make Yuki into Utsuro. I need to focus on that. But then there's the whole thing about in the real world. Yeah, he carried out in the real... Okay, let me check. There's only one thing I can think of, and that's the Neo World program. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with that one for when Yuki said it's impossible to do. So I'm gonna pick that one. And I think it was the very last thing that was said. Oh. Please be right, please be right. Yes, okay. You're wrong, Yuki. There's technology already created that makes it possible. The virtual world we're in right now is the technology itself. Well, I know this world is impressive tech, but transplanting one's brain and turning them to a whole other person? This is not just an ordinary virtual world. The Neo World Program, that's the name of this virtual world. The Neo World Program? Well, the scientific name for it is the Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. It was created by the ultimate programmer, the ultimate neurologist, the ultimate therapist, among other things. Oh, ultimate therapist, that's Yoriko. Is Mikado saying that she had a role in this? It's a synesthetic virtual device which you could call the essence of all of Hope's Peak Academy's students. I don't understand. Why is a program like this being used in your plan? I can't remember. Is Yoriko, she's the ultimate counselor, not the ultimate psychologist. Or therapist, sorry. Or is she the ultimate therapist? Are we just glazing over that? Did I miss that Yoriko somehow had a hand in developing this? Maybe just by using Yoriko's... I don't know if she's got like any research papers or something, they use that as like a basis. It's simple. He just stole it. He stole it? The Neo World Program is a computerized device that was used as part of the Hope Restoration Program by the Future Foundation in the past. The Future Foundation intended to use this to reintegrate the Ultimate Despairs. Oh, you know about the Future Foundation's plans. That's quite confidential information. How do you know about that, Tsurugi? Any reason I should tell you? Future Foundation. Hope Restoration Program. Ultimate Despairs? I have no idea what you're talking about. It's not important right now. It happened a long time ago. The important thing is that it's possible to replace memories of people inside the Neo World Program. What are you talking about now? Ray, are you talking about the personality override? Personality override? Poor Yuki is just playing catch-up with all of us. Monocrow mentioned it before. Junko Enoshima tried to override her personality onto people. No, that's completely ridiculous. To overwrite someone's personality? It can't be possible. The reaction of Kinjo makes it seem like he didn't know about that, or is he surprised that Yoriko knows about that? It might sound made up, but it's been scientifically proven that synesthesia affects the brain. Mikado Sonoji is trying to use this to overwrite Yuki's brain with Utsuro's personality. That's nonsense. It's easy to explain, but not that simple to put into action. Many prerequisites are required in order for the personality overwrite to work. You need perfect brain coordination. Brain coordination? Is that why you did the Killing Game reenactment? That's correct. I needed to mimic the events that happened in reality. So I prepared a killing game based within the Neo World Program. And that's the killing school trip you're all in right now. In fact, Sora, who has experienced both the killing school trip and the 79th class killing game, should recognize this. That the killing school trip was unnatural and flowed similarly to the 79th class killing game. Additionally, making the stage of the game in a virtual world worked to a tremendous merit. Naturally, the restrictions that I needed to use Shiobai for were decreased significantly. The story setting is something that is so important to the killing game recreation was finally achievable. Story setting? The 79th class killing game Master Utsuro was in wasn't a killing between ordinary students. It was a killing between ultimate students. Oh, that's right. In order for a perfect recreation, Yuki himself had to believe he was a student at Hope's Peak Academy. Due to the setting of the story, the characters had to be ultimate students. Wait, that's a contradiction. We're not ultimate students. Teruya said that Hope's Peak Academy was shut down a long time ago. We're not ultimate students. Yuki's right. Hope's Peak no longer exists. Therefore, Mikado decided to bring them as substitutes. Alright, let's see what we've got here. I guess it'd be the next generation symbols of hope, right? Yeah. Yuki's right. The 79th class was the last Hope's Peak Academy class. That's why Mikado used next generation symbols of hope instead of ultimate students. Next generation symbols of hope? What's that? The Next Generation Symbols of Hope is a term used to describe the people who contributed greatly to society's restoration work. It's not an official title, but it's a common term used by the general public. It was spread widely through the use of social media and the internet. But their talent is real. In fact, the idea of universalism of Hope's Peak Academy spreads like wildfire in this country. Even if you're not a Hope's Peak student, you can still be talented. The Next Generation Symbols of Hope prove this. The talent that was hidden because of Hope's Peak Academy began to reignite due to the lack of ultimates. So, is Yoriko a symbol of hope? Well, yeah, I wasn't aware I was, but apparently so. The next generation symbols of hope were kidnapped for the plan. Yuri Kagura, Setsuka Chiabukuro, the Otonokoji twins, Shinji Kasai, and Yoriko Kabuya, those 6 people. We needed others besides the Voids for the plan. Strictly speaking, my mother Kokoro also had talent comparable to be called a symbol of hope. However, because she remained hidden to perform her secret experiments, it would have been difficult for her to be recognized as a next generation symbol of hope. Yuki, why are you staring at me? It's nothing, but the list you mentioned of the next generation symbols of hope, they were adults, not students. So how old are you? Yuriko is... Enough, why is my age that important? Wait, I was just curious. Really, Yuki, of everything going on? And if all the next generation symbols of hope are adults, how would they replace the ultimate students? Oh, so that's why they manipulated our memories. Whoa, Yuki figured out something himself. You're right, Yuki. The body we had during the game is an avatar created by the virtual world. That's why our memories and physical appearance are back to how we looked in high school. Woohoo! If it took place in the real world, it would have been impossible to pull off such a feat. Ultimate students are not just their talent, you know. Their age is important, too. But since we're in a virtual world, it was possible to manipulate everyone's memories, and even make their appearance change to recreate the killing game perfectly. Hold on, that's not all. I know that the next generation symbols of hope, including myself, had the status of being talented, but Mikado, out of the 6 people you mentioned, there's one with a special talent. Wait, out of the 6 symbols of hope, who has a special talent? Ooh, okay, let's take a look. It's gotta be... Okay, so there's Yuri. Okay. Kokoro. I mean, it could be Kokoro. It could, oh my gosh, it could be all sorts of people. It could be the twins. So somebody with a special talent. It could be me. And then there's Shinji. So it's not Shiobai, it's not Mikado, it's not any of these things. So it's between... Thank goodness there's no time limit for this. Okay, so it's between Shinji... So it's gotta be someone who's not, someone who is a symbol of hope. It could be the twins, could be Setsuka. Could be Kokoro. And it could be Yuri. Oh my gosh. Maybe special because, you know, Kanade is a serial killer? It could be that. Oh, no! Setsuka, right, because of her eye. Okay, right, so something that's, you know, other than being a symbol of hope. You're right, I remember now, it's Setsuka. She was supposedly hired by the Kisaragi Foundation. Setsuka was working for the Kisaragi Foundation? I really want to know what was on that note, probably just stuff that we know now. No, she wasn't working for the Foundation. She was hired by the Foundation, similar to Shiobai. Setsuka was a private investigator. Not only that, each of the next generation symbols of hope had a connection to the 79th class of Hope Speak Academy. In addition to their talents, he specifically kidnapped people with connection to them. The symbols of hope have a connection to the 79th class? That's the first time I've heard of this. Can you explain, Akane? Well, for example, Yuriko has a relation to Kizuna Tomori since she worked with her mother. Minako? Wait, do you know Minako? We do know her. Minako is currently working at the Kisaragi Foundation in the intelligence team of the administrative department. Oh my gosh, she could reunite with, like, her friend and, like, her mentor. Minako works for the Kisaragi Foundation too? You are still alive? You're not the type of person to die easily, Big Sis. Yuriko's gonna throw me into the trash now that her OG mentor and friend is alive. In addition to that, Shinji was the one who saved Kanata Inori from the accident her parents died in. Yuri hired me as a maid on a business trip when he was just a child. I recall hearing that before. Hibiki Otonokoji and Kanade Otonokoji, the twin sisters from the famous band Melody Rhythm. There were multiple accounts of disappearances of people close to them. Although they were both found innocent, they were still questioned. About that, I wouldn't say one of them was innocent. She was a serial killer with over 60 kills. 60? I knew it was too suspicious. How come there was no evidence left at the crime scene? I guess you're a little incompetent. We can't arrest people if there's no evidence. That's the law of this country. Curses. I must catch her somehow. Don't worry about that. Kanade's already dead. On the topic of Kanade, why did Mikado bring such a crazy murderer into the plan? Oh, that? There isn't really a reason for it. I didn't even know about Kanade's crimes. You didn't know? Bullshit. If you're able to use information from the entire internet, surely you'd find some information on Kanade. You think I'm lying? I only brought the twins here because they were interrogated by Tsurugi himself. Of course, I did suspect something was wrong since the police were constantly questioning the both of them. Even my internet searching wasn't perfect. I could probably have found out if I really tried. But it wasn't important to me. I would never have imagined a famous guitarist would be a serial killer. There's nothing better than some shocking twist to make the killing school trip more exciting, right? Actually, I was a bit worried by Kanade's sudden murder, but that little crack didn't affect the plan too much. So, you're scared of her. What was that? Nothing. You wanted a connection with the 79th class of Hope's Peak. So that's why you were looking for Ryotaro. Is that why you chose Setsuko Chiyobukuro? Because she was hired by the Kisaragi Foundation? That the foundation's run by the 79th class? Well, strictly speaking, in Setsuka's case, the timing just happened to conveniently overlap. The Kisaragi Foundation asked her to find Mikado Sonoji and the others, so she approached us on her own. Unfortunately, Setsuka wasn't a capable investigator or detective, so she was easily caught. She became a next-gen symbol of hope due to the power of her eye transplant. She was easily captured by Shiobai, who turned the tables on her. Setsuka met the conditions for the killing game, and she was a symbol of hope. And she accidentally fell into Mikado's hands because of the Kisaragi Foundation's request. But isn't Yuri's case a little different? I don't think so. Even the wielder of divine luck, Master Utsuro, didn't know how it functioned. What's that got to do with Yuri? I was lucky when I ordered Shiobai to kidnap Yuri, because at the moment, Shiobai was able to obtain something that was essential to the plan. Something essential for the killing game. It's got something to do with Yuri. They must be talking about them. Wait, them. Okay, Yuri. Okay. So, AI to the space industry using his AI named Yuri for space flight support that developed independently. Okay. Oh! Monocrow's identity is that of AI Yuri, created. Okay, that's gotta be it. Okay, it threw me off with them. You're talking about Monocrow. Monocrow? What has he got to do with this? The AI used for space flight support, developed by the Kagura Corporation, ironically named Yuri. That's the true identity of Monocrow. The Kagura Corporation made Monocrow? Well, I can't say yes, but you're not entirely wrong. Does everybody here remember Monokuma? How could I forget? Many people were killed because of those things. At least now they're all gone. So far, several killing games have been hosted by Monokuma. The killing game itself is related to the Ultimate Despairs, so that's obvious. But now the despair has subsided to some degree, and the Monokumas have disappeared. That's why I was so interested in the Kagura Corporation. But why was it necessary? If you're planning to stage the killing game inside the virtual world, you could just create your own host character. No matter how incredible I am as an alter ego, it's not that easy to create artificial intelligence from scratch. It's possible if you invested a lot of time into it, but I needed to use the AI as soon as possible. I was running out of time during the prep process, so it was the more efficient option. So, what exactly did you do? I'll explain that later. In any case, if I already have a high-performance AI that was made by the Kagura Corporation, it would make things much simpler. By resetting its memories and manipulating the AI personality data, I was able to make Monocrow similar to Monokuma. So, Yuri had nothing to do with the existence of Monocrow? So, is that all, or is there something else? That's it, No, it was just an AI stolen and modified to be used as the killing game's host. Being a host gives you the same authority as me inside the Neo World program, so I couldn't just let it roam around freely. But now that the killing game is over and Monocrow is gone... But now that I know the Kisaragi Foundation hired Setsuka, one thing worries me. You also said the Foundation hired Shiobai as a double agent, right? Why hire Setsuka if Shiobai was already providing you with information? It's quite the opposite, Yuki. Huh? Earlier, when I explained Setsuka, you said it was Shiobai who captured her, correct? If I had hired both of them at the same time, that wouldn't have happened. Oh yeah, good point. Why would they, if they're both working for the same corporation. Why would he do that? So you're saying I hired Setsuka before Shiobai, and the moment Setsuka was caught, I then discovered the existence of Shiobai Hashimoto. I was the first to suggest hiring an investigator. To be more precise, we, the intelligence team, decided to hire her, and the other branches approved of it. Setsuka's hiring was known to the entire Foundation compared to Shiobai. Yes, it didn't take long to find her whereabouts, but by the time the rescue was planned, there was nothing I could do. The Foundation had no other choice. That's why I decided to cover up Setsuka's disappearance. In order to hide your deal with Shiobai, Setsuka always reported her investigations to me. In her last communication with me before she vanished, I felt a sense of incongruity. And the moment she was captured, I noticed the person I was chasing was a different person entirely to Mikado. After hiding the information I obtained, I secretly met with Shiobai Hashimoto. Is that so? That's the first time I've ever heard of such a thing. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to skip that. So you had a little fun whilst kidnapping Setsuka, Shiobai? Well, I'm not angry with you. In the end, it was my mistake to put so much trust in you. It seems Mr. Kinjo here and Shiobai are both very dangerous people. If not for the power of divine luck, my plan would be completely ruined. Well, I think it's about time now. So, what do you think? How does it feel now that you face the truth? Any new realizations? What? It's so abrupt. Don't you remember what's supposed to happen next? We give a final wait, what? Final verdict? Hold on. There's so much stuff we didn't go over. What? I'm like an hour and a bit in. No, this can't be it. Do you not remember what's supposed to happen next? We give a final verdict by going over all the information we discussed during the trial. Ta-da! Then no. Obviously, this is the last trial. Something is off anyway. Like, this is already weird. There's no way we're ending it this quickly. What? Even everybody's like, this is too quick. Settle down, Iroha. They all worked so hard to find out my entire plan. You found out the truth of Tori's death, the truth of the Kisaragi Foundation, and the truth of Shiobai. Is there still something missing? Does little Iroha know something I don't? No, definitely not. It's over. Why does it feel so sudden? Yes, that's all. You all have my thanks. Without you all, Yuki wouldn't have figured out everything, even if he investigated. It's over. Is it really over? Nah, it's not over. All of Mikado's plans have been revealed, but the problem is it doesn't change the current situation. And above all else, there still seems to be something we don't know. Did you just say it's about time? What do you mean by that? It's as if you've planned this out. You've planned out this entire discussion. Please refrain from speculation. I only proposed the final trial, and you've cleared it correctly. That's it. That's ridiculous. We still have lots more to discuss. What about Akane Taira and Utsuro? That's not relevant to the trial. Talking about it's just a waste of time. Or are you enjoying the trial so much you don't want it to end? I know it might seem sudden, but Sora, can you please do the honors? Me? Why? Isn't it tradition for you to do the closing argument? I can't believe we're doing the closing argument already. What? In the trials, clarifying the case is even more necessary since we've solved the whole truth here. Of course, you're not obliged to. We can always skip it if you wish. I don't want to do what Mikado says, but he's right. This class trial isn't just about a simple murder. It's about a complicated plan that spans multiple years. So summarizing everything we've discussed might help everyone out. Alright, I'll put everything I've investigated and what we discussed into the trial together. And hopefully after that, this dim atmosphere will go away. Oh, that's right. Well, this is gonna be easy. I forgot that I got this, this ability, so there's not really much to it, is... Oh my gosh. I don't even have to look at them. I feel kind of guilty for getting this, because it just removes any guesswork to it. Part of me's kind of glad because I feel like this one would maybe have been a little bit complicated, but yeah, it does kind of remove the fun of it a little bit of like just trying to piece things together. Wow, perfect, guys. I did so good. It all started a few years ago when someone read the alter ego Kisaragi backup data kept by the Foundation. The one who read this date was Mikado Sanoji, someone who was saved by Utsuro in the past and had been searching for him since childhood. Alter Ego Kisaragi had data on the entire 79th class killing game. It was at that moment Mikado realized Utsuro was dead. He made it his new mission to resurrect Utsuro, so he started the killing school trip. Usually, reviving the dead is impossible. However, Mikado, using his hacking expertise, collected information about Utsuro and devised a plan to use that knowledge. And the plan was to resurrect Utsuro as an alter ego in a virtual world. But alter ego is an advanced technology and could only be created by ultimate students, so it was impossible for Mikado to create an alter ego with his ability alone. Because of this, he decided to collaborate with someone with excellent abilities comparable to that of an ultimate. It was Kokoro Kurokawa, who we met as Kokoro Mitsume during the killing game. Kokoro performed experiments on her daughter in order to study primitive emotions in the past. Her daughter was part of the 79th class of Hope's Peak Academy, the ultimate exorcist, Mikako Kurokawa. Even after she escaped her confinement, there was still data being recorded for Mikako until the day of her death, all stored in Kokoro's computer due to a computer chip implanted into her brain. From this data, along with the information of the 79th class killing game and Utsuro, Mikado created the alter ego base. But there was something Mikado overlooked. It was extremely difficult to create an alter ego of someone else, so Mikado first decided to create his own alter ego. And thanks to Kokoro inserting an excessive infusion of emotions into it, the alter ego began to run wild, and saw that human Mikado's plan would not succeed. Alter ego made plans to deal with his real self and hired Shiobai to work as his body, and so he ordered Shiobai to kill Mikado. When his jammer disappeared, Alter Ego began to make serious plans. It was at this point it became impossible for the Kisaragi Foundation to track Alter Ego down, and nobody could stop him. Alter Ego searched networks from all around the world and collected a large amount of information to help with his plans. He discovered information about Yuki, who was kidnapped by Utsuro and imprisoned somewhere. Utsuro went to Hope's Peak instead of Yuki, so the two bodies had many similarities. That's why he kidnapped Yuki, who is currently on life support, and attempted to resurrect Utsuro using his body. In order for Yuki to become Utsuro, Alter Ego created a plan to synchronize Yuki's brain. The plan was for Yuki to have a similar experience to the one Utsuro had, specifically to recreate the 79th class killing game and infuse Yuki with that experience. And for that, he needed students to participate in the killing game. Furthermore, to maximize the power of divine luck, Alter Ego brought together people who gained fortune from divine luck, the children of Utsuro, also known as Void. Even if the plans were made, it still wasn't an easy process to bring Utsuro back to life. After lots of trial and error, Alter Ego finally came to the conclusion that he had to use a virtual world. To do this, he stole the Neo World program from the Future Foundation. He modified the already created virtual world and turned it into Utsuroshima, the perfect setting for an alter ego. With the stage set, Alter Ego began to gather the remaining participants. All the participants had something in common. They were all seen as symbols of hope, and they had to have some connection to the 79th class of Hope's Peak Academy. In the virtual world, everyone's bodies and memories were manipulated so they believed they were Hope's Peak freshmen. And with this, the recreation of the 79th class killing game began, and we, who knew nothing about this, began to doubt and ultimately kill each other. Thanks to the efforts of Void and the power of divine luck, the plan went smoothly, all controlled by will of an alter ego. This killing school trip was all controlled by the alter ego calling itself Mikado Sanoji, the true culprit of our suffering. Brilliant! Perfecto! There truly is nobody who can compare to our dear Sora. Shit. We were supposed to figure out a way out whilst pretending to go along with Mikado's plan, but the trial is over and I still don't have a clue. I wonder what Mikado is going to do to us after this. It's like he's rushing it for a reason. He's rushing it because he knows the longer we're here, we might figure something else out. He said he wouldn't harm us, but we don't have any guarantee that's true. What is going to happen now? Is the trial really over? I still don't get it. What does uncovering the truth change for us? It's important to face the truth, Yuki. Although, as you said yourself, it doesn't seem important at first glance. But it's not the content that matters, but the step itself. It's like going to a party. It doesn't matter what you eat or drink because it's about the experience. The same's true for the class trial. Isn't it much better to know the truth and see the end, rather than see the end and know nothing? That's what I don't get. The class trial's important, but why? Hey, if it's done, can we move on? Move on? What are you talking about? Woohoo, that's right. However, don't rush the story. Our sunset will soon arrive. Coincidentally, it seems the installation has finished at the same time. Installation? Care to explain? Something just appeared in the air. What is this? The wait is now over. From now on, the final stage of the killing school trip begins. Of course it wasn't the end. We knew this. It's graduation time. Graduation? For all of you who discovered the truth and cleared the class trial, I need one last thing from you. A pop-up should appear before you with a hologram dialogue box. Please take a look. Graduation or repeat? What is this? Okay, so I'm guessing like graduation is just, okay, we accept that this is over and then that's it. And then repeat is like, no, we're going to do this again. We're going to do the trial again until we actually figure out everything. Yes, I'll explain it to you all. This is the final step of the killing school trip, but it's a choice. I don't have a say in this. If you choose graduate, the killing school trip will end and you'll all return to the real world. I'm guessing, okay, so do I actually get to make this choice? If that's the case, I'm guessing that graduate is like maybe the bad end and repeat is the true end. However, if you choose repeat, oh, the killing school trip will go on forever and you'll all remain in the virtual world. See, that seems like the obvious bad choice, which makes me want to pick it. What? You're confused? It's simple. Then are you asking us to choose one of them? Yes, Yuki. I've also sent the hologram window to your place. Just select it from there. But that's not the point. What is it? Graduation and repeat. What does it all mean? Weren't you trying to revive Utsuro by putting him inside my body? But if we're forced to choose, isn't graduate the best option? Yes, then go ahead and choose graduation. Yeah, right? He totally wants us to do that. If somebody wishes to stay in the virtual world, you can simply select repeat. Okay, so it's not a thing like with the class trials where it has to be a majority vote. Why would anyone want to stay? Let's just graduate. Yeah, right? Wait, this is too suspicious. Mikado's not the type of person to just let us leave that easily. Maybe he's doing, like, reverse psychology on us. It's like, we suspect him so much that we're like, wait, he's obviously hiding something. But it truly is just, no, you just graduate and you go ahead and you live your lives. Even if you promised we wouldn't get hurt and that you would let us return to the real world safely, letting us go won't help revive Utsuro. I agree. What? Everyone must choose repeat. This is a trap. Oh my gosh, now it's got me like second guessing myself. Maybe it's not a trap. It's the fact that the game is explicitly telling us it's a trap. Ah, I overthink it sometimes. A trap? What do you mean? Class trials, graduation, or repeat, personality override? It's all manipulation to achieve your goal. This is the only way. Tsurugi, you never explained exactly what Mikado Sonoji was trying to achieve. I'll do it now. Mikado Sonoji, that damn bastard, he's trying to follow Junko Inoshima's plan. Junko Inoshima's plan? Junko Inoshima's plan? You're talking about her plan for Junko Land, right? Yes, I read the top secret files from the Future Foundation, and there I learned. This so-called graduation exam is actually a personality override. Oh shit, what does graduating or repeating have to do with overriding someone's personality? The Neo World program is not just a virtual world made for enjoyment or personal use. As I said before, the Neo World program was created for the purpose of the Hope Restoration program. The Neo World program is capable of replacing memories. In the past, the people who were put in the Neo World program were infected with an irreversible despair. The Neo World program made them live a happy daily life and turn those virtual memories into real ones. That was the purpose of the Hope Restoration program. To replace real-world memories with fake virtual ones. It's done by overwriting data from the virtual world into a person's real-life brain in reality. So, if we select graduate and return to the real world, that means everyone's data from our avatars will be uploaded into the real world. So it's really a trap? Well, it's true. If we go back to reality, our memories from the virtual world remain. So I don't really get how it's a trap. That itself is the trap. When the avatar data overrides the brain into the real world, those without avatars have no data to transfer to their brain. Oh, those without avatars, you mean the deceased, the victims of the killing game. It's still sad, but it makes sense. If you die in the virtual world, you die in the real one, too. But wouldn't overriding a dead person's brain just do nothing? What if I told you it does do something? What? Our avatars are basically a direct line to our brains in the real world, as long as your avatar's alive. Even administrators can't manipulate the original owner's identity. However, if someone's avatar disappears and the data that was supposed to transfer to the owner's brain disappears, it works differently. In that case, the administrator can modify and change the data as they wish, and you can override someone's brain in the real world. That means, yes, Junko Enoshima used this and created a killing game in order to kill the avatars in the Neo World program. And instead of inserting the data from the deceased avatars, she wanted to put her own alter ego inside of their brains. Fortunately, her plan failed. But what would have happened if it succeeded? The brains of the deceased people, Junko Enoshima tried to override them. In other words, the personality of the original owner of the body would disappear and be replaced with Junko's. What? Correct. That's the truth of the personality override feature. And the trigger for this is the graduation exam. Wait, so Mikado's trying to follow her plan? And that means he's trying to steal the bodies of everyone who's died? Phew, your joke has gone too far, Tsurugi. It's quite on the contrary. Would you mind if I took my exposition roll back, please? A joke? I'll give you 60 points for effort. What Tsurugi said is only half true. Wait, what are you talking about? Have you forgotten my purpose? Even from the beginning, Junko Enoshima made multiple copies of herself in order to cause the tragedy. As for me, I'm only trying to revive Master Utsuro. However, yes, it is true I plan to use the personality override feature. There's only one person I want to override. I wouldn't have a use for so many bodies. That means, even if I select graduation, my body would get stolen. Don't worry, Yuki, that's not going to happen. I won't let it happen. Tsurugi, the solution is simple. The graduation system is only activated when over half the students select graduation. Okay, so it is a majority vote. Or repeat. The host Mikado doesn't get to vote, meaning that excluding him, the majority vote is 7. So if 4 or more people vote repeat, the personality override won't occur. Well, Iroha's gonna just vote to graduate. I could see her doing that. If we do that, correct, Yuki's personality will be saved. However, you'll all be trapped in this virtual world forever. I don't like that. Careful, once you choose, there's no taking it back. After the graduation exam concludes, the Neo World program loses its functions, so there's literally nothing left. We must sacrifice ourselves for Yuki. I hate this. Why do I have to die for him? He's not even family. He's nothing to me. What? I'm sorry, Yuki, but there's nothing we can do. I mean, there is. You just don't want to do it. If it's any consolation, you won't die. You'll simply remain forever here in the virtual worlds. You'll just remain forever in a blank space of nothingness. Even time will be trivial. No, please, I don't want that. Shut up, criminal scum. You worked with Mikado and was the cause of their deaths, so you must pay the price. But why me? I'm a victim here. I'll die too. Are you really okay with that? Yuriko, you're going to abandon me too? I didn't say that, it's just... Okay, so we know Tsurugi's going to vote to stay. I'm guessing Rei is going to vote to stay as well, so that's 2. I'm guessing I'm probably going to be the deciding factor here. It seems like Yuriko's kind of leaning towards graduate. Iroha's definitely leaning towards graduate. Yuki obviously would choose... I mean, he's screwed either way, right? He would choose repeat, because at least if people stay here, he's not by himself. This isn't just to save Yuki. You have to think about the big picture. Think about it. If we choose graduate, Utsuro will be resurrected. I could definitely see Shiobai just wanting to graduate. He's like, I don't give a shit about Yuki. He has divine luck, a cursed power that shouldn't be allowed to exist in this world. It causes suffering for too many people. That thing should never come back. Even if it costs me my life, I'll end that goddamn luck. Have you abandoned saving Yuki in order to prevent my master's resurrection? And on top of that, you're going to abandon the 8 people here for the greater good of the world? Rei, you should know what would happen if he came back, if he gets resurrected here. I know, I'm already prepared to give my life, but will we be able to persuade the rest? Please, there has to be another way. Yeah, I bet there's like a third option. Sora, I'll also tell you this. It's not just Yuki who will disappear when you graduate. Someone else will too. Oh, is it me because I'm brain dead? Sora. What? In reality, Sora, or rather Akane Taira, is brain dead. She's only able to physically be here because it's a virtual world. The only place she can act as herself. Yuriko's like, I changed my mind, I'm staying. I can't let my girlfriend die. Even if her avatar exists, the place in her data is supposed to be stored in doesn't exist. When this virtual world disappears, the person known as Sora will as well. Oh, that's right. Her brain's in a vegetative state. You don't have to worry about me. The only thing that matters is protecting Yuki. Sora, what should I do? Now I know my life is meaningless. I was prepared to sacrifice myself. When I returned to the real world, for a moment, I saw Utsuro in my blurry consciousness. If I wanted to, I could just drop everything and lay myself to rest. However, I chose to come back here. Now that I think about it, what made me wake up? Why did I come back to the virtual world? To save Yuki, to save everyone. What should I do? I don't know. I can't bring myself to choose either. If we choose graduate, Yuki's personality will die and Utsuro will take over. But the moment we press repeat, we'll all be trapped in this virtual world forever. Woohoo, what a dilemma. There's no time limit, so take as long as you need. Mikado's so calm. Damn, I can't think of a way out. This graduation exam, it really was checkmate from the moment we stepped foot into the trial grounds. I can't choose either one. If I choose repeat, I could save my own life, but... No, wait. Mikado's purpose is to revive Master Utsuro. Then why? What's that sound? Who just voted? Me, dipshit. Shiobai. I want to get this over with. This is honestly just becoming a big waste of my time. You know he picked graduate, obviously, so what did you choose? No shit, I chose graduation. I don't want to stay in this hellhole. You damn fool. Fufu, it's only natural for Shiobai to select graduate. It doesn't matter if this world has divine luck or not, or if Yuki perishes or not. It's simply not his problem. And Iroha's going to select it too. Well, that goes without saying. Me too, but shouldn't you want to graduate more than anybody else? You want the resurrection of Master Utsuro. Or rather, you want the protection of divine luck back. Or are you planning on suffering and selecting repeat? Are you going to stay here until you lose your mind? Or are you ready to make your decision? Yeah, that's right. That's why I joined Void in the first place. Bravo, 2 votes already. Okay, so Ray and Kinjo are gonna vote to repeat, so that's 2 and 2. So we need 4 people. And then, who are we missing here? Yuki is obviously gonna vote. Well, Yoriko could go either way. Does Yuki get a vote? 2 votes already. 2 more and the graduation process will begin. Please, no, no. I wonder what the others will do. Wait, they said there were 7, right? So there's Kinjo, Ray, Iroha, Shiobai, Yuriko, Sora, and Yuki. So yeah, that would be 7. You don't have to ask. Yeah, this is the only way to stop him. Oh, excellent. 2 people are willing to stay in the Neo World program just to prevent the return of Master Utsuro. So we now have 2 votes for graduation and 2 for repeat. Sora, Yuki, and Yuriko, the rest is up to you. I'm going to be honest, I'm hesitant. I don't want to sacrifice myself, but I don't have the right to sacrifice Sora and Yuki just for my own selfish desires. Am I doing the right thing? Would she pick? Would she pick? I can't hesitate. I have to do this. Yuriko. To be honest, I thought it'd be harder to convince you, so she's staying. You've changed, Yuriko. Honestly, I don't know how bad Utsuro returning would be, but I promised we'd all get out of here together. We'll find another way. She did it for me, let's be honest. She cares about Yuki, but she did it for me. Even if I have to stay here forever, I won't die too easily. As long as I'm still living, I'll force open a way out myself. I'm sorry I ever doubted you, Yuriko. If everyone chooses graduate, Sora and Yuki will die. I couldn't live with myself if that was my fault. 2 votes for graduation and 3 votes for repeat. Sora, Yuki, if any one of you selects repeat, the vote will conclude. Well, Yuki is obviously going to choose to repeat, so does my vote even matter? Don't do it, are you crazy? I don't want to stay here forever. Please select graduation. No, don't pressure them, Iroha. If you of all people tell them to graduate, they might do the opposite. They might choose to graduate on their own. That's ridiculous. Graduation is basically suicide for them. They can't choose graduation. That's also true. What? Ooh, this is really tense, but will you really choose repeat? Sora? Oh, Yuki's he's gonna be like, I want you guys to go, please. Like, he's like, I want you guys to live your life. He's probably gonna choose graduation, so then it's gonna be 3 and 3. So I am gonna be the deciding factor. What is it? Thank you. Not just Sora, but everyone who is willing to sacrifice themselves. I know this is terrible. Because of me, nobody can go back to the real world, but you don't have to blame yourself. I'm in the same position. And it's as Tsurugi said, we need to prevent the resurrection of Utsuro no matter what. Yes, I'm prepared for this. Even if I can't go back to my daily life, I'll... No! No, no, no! Are you going to press repeat? Please, please don't. Wait. Hold on, Yuki. Huh? Can you wait a minute before you vote? Whew. What is it, Sora? There's something strange that intrigued me for a while ago. Do you feel it too? Something strange? Tsurugi said Mikado intends to take over our bodies using the personality override using graduation. But is that really true? Wait, is Tsurugi, like, lying to us? I understand your hesitance, but this program's based on the Future Foundation's model. It should work the same way. I'm sure the only way to use personality override is by over half the students pressing graduate. Then why is Mikado suddenly encouraging us to choose repeat? Explain? Just think about it. If Mikado was truly planning to use the graduation exam to override our personalities. If we choose graduate, our personalities will disappear. Why should he need to tell us that? That's incredibly suspicious. We surely can't choose graduate, right? Regardless of Mikado's intent, Tsurugi already explained what personality override does. Mikado was trying to hide that from us and didn't explain it at first. Even so, he just admitted it so easily. If we look back at what we've discussed so far, this is a well-thought-out, long-term, large-scale plan. Don't forget that Mikado dedicated his entire life to meeting Utsuro. We consider his previous actions. He's constantly lied and tricked us all before. Hey, was I right about, like, you know, it's kind of like a double fake-out? Where it's just, like... He is making it seem like graduation is the obvious option, so then we get suspicious of that, but then it turns out that graduation is the correct option? What benefit would he get from admitting to all that? Also, choosing repeat isn't something we should just do lightly. Everyone would be trapped here forever. But Tsurugi, Rei, and Yuriko have already chosen repeat. So if either I or Yuki choose repeat, Mikado's plan fails? But is that really true? Mikado has been working on this plan ever since he existed. So why would he leave an option where he fails, right? Sora, does that mean... Wait, you're not going to choose graduation, are you? If you do that, our personalities will disappear. I know that, but there's still something. Sora, I assumed that you'd be the one to see all the incongruities. Incongruities? That's a big word. First, allow me to argue back. I didn't remove the option to repeat because it's essential. My plan takes advantage of using the Neo World program, so there was nothing I could do to remove it. If I had just a little more time, maybe I could have changed it using my alter ego abilities. In part, my plan relies heavily on divine luck. It was necessary to put my plan into action as fast as possible, so our fortune doesn't disappear. Another point, I'm not exactly encouraging you to press repeat. I'm just encouraging you to vote quickly. But at the same time, he said there was no time limit. Quickly? Woohoo! Everyone except Sora and Yuki has already made their vote. I've already won. What? What are you talking about? You won. Because you simply can't win at this point. Allow me to explain an additional rule I didn't mention before. What? There's something else? As you know, upon graduation, Sora and Yuki's personalities will disappear. But if you press repeat, you'll return back to the virtual world. Isn't it so unfair? Our dear Sora and Yuki don't deserve a lose-lose situation. Is he gonna be like, there was actually a third option I was gonna tell you about, but you didn't let me tell you about it. That's why I added additional functions. You could say, I improved the graduation exam system. The moment the graduation's initiated, all the survivors will gain the right to live happily ever after in their own ideal world. What? In other words, when the personality override function is activated, you won't return to the real world. And if you press repeat, you'll remain in the virtual world. What? We'll stay in the virtual world? You said we would get out if we chose graduate. Lies, you're a liar. So, you're messing with us. This entire thing was pointless, and we'd be stuck here either way. If that's the case, there's no reason to cast your votes. Why are you acting so calm? If he's telling the truth, we'll all be stuck here forever. It doesn't change anything. To press repeat is for you to remain in the virtual world trapped, and to press graduate is to live happily ever after in your own utopia, the good ending. Our own utopia? What does that mean? Utopia. A utopia is a place your heart desires. Instead of going to the real world, you'll go to a personalized paradise inside the Neo World program. It's a world with no pain or suffering, and you'll spend eternity with the people you've longed for the most. That's ridiculous. Why are you saying this all of a sudden? Besides, I wouldn't choose graduate just for that kind of fantasy. But it's not a fantasy. As soon as the graduation exam ends, you'll lose all your memories and be perfectly immersed in your own utopia. You heard me correctly. You won't even remember that it's not real, and you won't be able to doubt it. You just have to sit back and relax in a world you desired your entire lives. An ideal world? That makes no sense. It makes perfect sense. Yuriko, haven't you experienced it before? You never once doubted this place as fantasy when you lost your memory previously. You just accepted it as reality. Because your memories were modified, you never doubted your status as an ultimate student at Hope's Peak. You even forgot your own appearance and didn't even question all the false information I manipulated. In fact, if Nikkei hadn't had intervened at all, you wouldn't have even suspected this world was virtual. It'll be the same. You'll be trapped in your own utopia, forget everything, and accept your fantasy. It will be your happy ending. So we'll never be able to return to the real world? I think you're all mistaken. Why are you all so obsessed with what's real? Huh? Do you think it's natural for a human to live in reality? Suppose you all get out of here. What awaits you? The harsh truth of reality? What more is there for you? Financial problems, health problems, arguments, violence? What reason is there that a human would choose to live in such a harsh reality? You're being ridiculous. I refuse to listen to such bullshit. Yuki, Akane Taira, go and press repeat. Don't be fooled by this bastard's words. Yeah, Yuriko said it before. As long as we're all here, we'll find a way out. But is that really true? How long would it take us to find a way out? Yuki! Mikado's making sense. We actually believed this virtual world to be real until we heard the truth from Nikkei. Yeah, Yuki's gonna choose to graduate. And then it's gonna be up to me. If we really go to a paradise, we'll forget everything and we can finally be happy. I'd like that. Wait, Yuki, it's a trap. Mikado's trying to trick us into graduating. If that happens, Utsuro will be resurrected. But even if we choose repeat, we still lose. If we choose repeat, Mikado will lose too. Either way, we all lose. Oh, that's okay. They keep saying it as loose. That is like one of my little pet peeves, is so many people will write lose as loose. I'm like, why? I get it in a way, especially because this is translated, but I'm just like, oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry, little tangent there. On the other hand, if we choose graduate, Mikado gets what he wants. Wouldn't we all be satisfied that way? Yuki, please think carefully about this. If you choose repeat now, think about what will happen to your body. Mikado's just trying to trick you with sweet little lies into choosing graduation. I'm lying. I assure you I'm telling the truth. Your glorious utopia awaits. Well, because Mikado is being so insistent on us choosing graduate, now I'm like, no, I think we need to choose repeat. I mentioned this at the start of the class trial. Do you remember what I said? I told you I would return you all to your peaceful daily lives. So I'm hoping that, like, I do get the option to choose because I'm going to be the tiebreaker, and if that's the case, I hope I can save beforehand because this is a lot to go through if I want to go back and make the other choice later. No way, what kind of a peaceful life is a utopia? It's the only way for Yuki to be happy. This is the case for the rest of you as well. I'm being serious here. For the rest of us? Yuki, I'll ask you this once, just in case. If you select repeat, you'll be stuck here in the virtual world with nothing left, and you're somehow going to try and find a way to escape to the real world. Suppose you do find a way out. What will you do after that? What will I do? Of course, I know that doesn't change our situation. We'll still be trapped in the lab with not enough food for all the Foundation agents. It'd be almost impossible to escape. However, the fact still remains we can't let that monster Utsuro get resurrected. I wasn't asking you, I was asking Yuki. So, what are you going to do? Well, I'd have my body back, and when everything settles down, I could try to return to my daily life. He's like, what kind of life is that, you lame, non-lucky student? You're just an average person. What do you have waiting for you back there? Ha 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 ha. Eek, a demon. Oh dear, I apologize for that. Dear Yuki is so innocent, it's pitiful. What? What do you mean? I'll start with an apology. I'm sorry, Yuki. Even if you leave the virtual world, your plan would be impossible. What? As he said that, Mikado began to smile when suddenly a screen descended onto the into the courtroom. Isn't Yuki's parents, like, his family's dead, right? So it's like, what does he have to go back to? As soon as it stopped moving, an image appeared. Oh. Or he's just a brain. This is the body you want to go back to so much. So he doesn't even have a body. What? Is that... Eek, a brain! Is that his brain? That's Yuki's brain in reality? Yes, I kindly asked Kokoro for a hand with the process. Even though you're just a brain, you're technically still alive. You're not dead, don't worry. He's only a brain, but he's alive? It's like the opposite. It's like, I'm a body, but I'm basically brain dead, where Yuki, his brain is functioning, but he has no body. Theoretically, if a constant supply of nutrients is maintained to a brain, it will be able to function normally. He's able to think, however, he won't be able to see, speak, or even hear. He's barely human at this point. This can't be real. That brain is me? I can feel my hands. I can feel my body. Yuki's current body is just an avatar. It's brain-based, so he's able to feel those senses. Yuki's body in the real world, however, is a 1,500-gram chunk of meat. That's bullshit. Yuki, don't listen to him. If I'm lying, how come Tsurugi and Rei weren't able to find Yuki's body in the lab? Oh shit. The answer is simple. Yuki's not accessing the Neo-World program with connectors like you all. His brain is integrated into the machine itself. Yuki's brain is integrated into the Neo-World program itself? What have you done? Without doing so, I would have never been able to realize the power of divine luck inside the virtual world. Yuki's brain and Master Utsuro's brains have similar internal structures. As I plan to do everything inside the virtual world, I didn't need Yuki's body on the outside. So I destroyed it, leaving only the brain behind. Of course, since I don't have a body myself, I asked someone for help. Oh shit. Did Shiobai do that? Oh, he did. Shiobai, you bastard. You knew all along. That's obvious. The biological part was done by Kokoro, and Shiobai helped with the technical part. You fucking bastard. The contract we signed stated you had to inform me of everything. This is why I despise criminals. What? You saying I shouldn't have an insurance policy? After all, would you have even come back if Yuki was basically dead? No, it can't be. That's not my body. Yuki, be conscious. He's lying. Trust me. If that's really true, wouldn't it be a contradiction to overwrite Utsuro's personality into Yuki's body? Huh? Oh, that's right. Mikado's been saying this entire time that Yuki's body's a vessel for Utsuro. If Yuki's body doesn't exist, he won't be able to revive Utsuro. When did I say I would override Yuki's body with Master Utsuro's personality? What do you mean? Maybe he's gonna use my body instead? I never said I would use Yuki's body in the real world. The hypothesis that I'm planning to use Yuki's body is your own assumption. I never directly confirmed or denied it. What? Then why? Why Yuki? No, before that, how are you going to revive Utsuro without Yuki's body? Yuki fits well with Utsuro in the physical and brain timing, but he's not protected by divine luck. All I need is the container to hold him to have divine luck. I bet it's my body. Their brain, anyway. For Master Utsuro, I've prepared a body that would be much more suitable than an ordinary person's, like Yuki's, because I was an ultimate student. A more suitable body? Who is it? The person in the opposite position to Yuki. Yuki's, yeah, I literally said that, whereas I am all body and no brain. Yuki's all brain and no body. The person I'm talking about is someone with a body, but a dead brain. There's only one person left who fits those conditions. It has to be them. Is me. Is it me? You want to put Utsuro's mind into the body of Akane Taira. What? Correct. Didn't I say it before? I don't want Yuki's body. I want Miss Taira's too. Although brain dead, miraculously, her body, her muscles, her organs, and her nerves are still functional. I guess that's my divine luck. If you replace the software called the brain with a new one, it should be able to function again. Akane Taira was with Utsuro when he died, was the closest person to him. Therefore, she should have been impacted by divine luck. The most meaning that she'd be a perfect fit for Utsuro's host body. Well, amongst other reasons. After doing so many calculations, I concluded it would be for the best to override Miss Taira's personality with Master Utsuro's. Wait a minute, then what is Sora? Her brain is dead, meaning she shouldn't have an avatar. So that's why you're choosing Akane's body. How is Sora here then? If she's not Akane's avatar, who is she? That's a big question, huh? Because I'm like, obviously I don't look like Akane. Are you asking about Sora's true personality? And also why I came up with the name Sora. Sora means sky in Japanese, so there's got to be a connection there, maybe. I think it's about time to reveal what she is. Sora is... What am I? She's basically nothing. Oh, okay. Iroha probably knows this, but during the preparation stages, I didn't reveal anything about Sora. I wasn't trying to hide anything, it's just because there was literally nothing to show. Sora's not human. She's just here to assist in Master Utsuro's resurrection in the Neo World program. She's just an algorithm, so to speak. What? She's an algorithm? Wait, so she's not Akane Taira? Miss Taira's been dead from the very beginning. It's impossible to connect her to the Neo World program. Instead, I created a blank personality and placed her data inside there. Maybe Sora's already felt this, but her memories of being Akane Taira have felt unusual. An algorithm? It's like she's an algorithm of like a main protagonist in a Danganronpa game. I'm just an algorithm? Did you ever have a strange feeling during the killing game? For example, feeling like your body wasn't your own and like it's moving on its own? What's the matter indeed? Kanade herself admitted it. The case had been solved. Oh, that'd be all those times where I'm like, wait, something's not right here. There shouldn't be anything wrong. But what is this feeling? I can't shake this feeling. I shouldn't let the trial end like this. Like some unknown force is behind me. What's this unsettling feeling? Now that Yuki's come clean, it's my turn. After I went up to the power room and witnessed Yuki running away from the crime scene, the first thought that came to me was I couldn't let Yuki be the blackened. What? I don't know why. Maybe it was from witnessing my friend committing murder, or maybe it was something else. But I wasn't ready to let Yuki down just yet. Sora believed it was Akane Taira, and it's also possible she attributed all those actions to Akane's personality. However, that's not the case. All her actions were done to safeguard Master Utsuro's resurrection plan. That is the entire reason for existence. She's an algorithm with the directive to assist the process of the killing school trip. Not a program, not even an alter ego. It's impossible for her to go against her default algorithm. An algorithm that safeguards the killing school trip. That's exactly what Sora is. No, that can't be true. Sora? I don't understand. An algorithm? Isn't that just a program? Someone please explain. So Sora's an alter ego? He literally just said she's not an alter ego. Idiot. She's just an algorithm going by the name of Akane Taira in order to help the plan progress. That's literally all she is. Nothing more, nothing less. Name Sora? It's just a temporary name Yuki gave her. It's quite fitting. Calm down, calm down. Did I know what I was from the start and what I had to do? I expect this. Odd memories as Akane Taira, my entire existence being a mystery. But the fact that I'm not human and I'm just an algorithm to safeguard Master Utsuro's resurrection plan? If that's true, then all programs act using algorithms, and the principle of those are determined by a default value. This body's simply a programmed algorithm. I'm just an AI. I have no emotions. I laugh, act gloomy, get angry. Not because it's how I feel, but it's because I was programmed this way. Oh shit, she's gonna be like, so all those friendships, all those relationships I made, I didn't feel any of that? Like, all of that was just me wanting to make connections because that's what the algorithm told me to do? Everything I think and feel is fake? This isn't the time to worry. I must concentrate. No, my love for Yuriko is real. No, I refuse. I refuse to believe it. I must save Yuki. I'm an algorithm called Akane Taira. I can't go against this, can I? I just have to press fail. Empty. No, everything is empty. I'm Akane Taira. Empty. I'm so empty. Empty. Empty, 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 empty. Jeez, yeah, literally she said that at the beginning of the chapter, right? Hey, press repeat. How long are we going to stand here? Oh shit. What if because I'm an algorithm, I'm just gonna choose to do what I'm told to do and I don't even have a choice? If one of you presses repeat, this all ends. Stop thinking about the future. Just focus on stopping Mikado. Unfortunately, that's not possible. Weren't you listening? Sora's here to safeguard my plan. Oh, so he's like, she was always gonna choose it, but why hesitate then? She'll press graduation unconditionally. She's supposed to press it. Her algorithm tells her to do so. And yet I waited until Mikado decided to do this whole explanation. Maybe the algorithm also said, do not press anything and pretend to be conflicted about it until Mikado reveals everything. Oh. Oh, what? I love that. I love that they were making it seem like there was going to be a choice. And then all along, there was no choice. Huh. Why are you saying that? I need to press repeat. Stop Mikado. Save Yuki. Akane, what are you doing? You just pressed graduate. I did? No, I'm still myself. I'm going to save Yuki. Sora, please, wake up. Excellent. 3 for graduate and 3 for... Wow, I love that. I love that. I thought it was going to go the other way, that Yuki was going to press graduate. And then I was going to be the tiebreaker, but it's the other way around now. Oh, shit. 3 for graduate and 3 for repeat. It's a tie. Only 1 vote remaining. So what are you going to choose, Yuki? Shit. Yuki, listen to me. Don't believe him. If Utsuro comes back, the entire world will be in danger. No matter what, we must stop that. I can't. What? I'm tired of this world. Of everything. Why me? Why do I have to carry such a burden? Why is everything down to me? Yuki! It doesn't matter what you say. In the end, Yuki is just an ordinary boy. His mind and spirit have already been shattered. He can no longer think rationally. You're the one who drove him to this. Sora, say something. We need to convince Yuki. Please, we need you. My mouth won't move. Not just my mouth, my entire body. My thoughts are stopping. Yuki will choose graduate soon. The result has already been decided. Has my role in all this already ended? Is there nothing more I can do? I don't know. I think everything's fine, but everything feels wrong. I don't know. Yuki. Ah! Hey, Shinji! What, big bro? Big bro? How? Shinji's like the one person who would be able to convince him. Oh my gosh, I love this. It's funny too, because you think in these games that because like they set Yuki and Sora to be kind of like the two buddies working together, like the main character and the sidekick, that wasn't the case at all. Like it was definitely more me and Yuriko and Shinji and Yuki. Shinji, but how? He died. Ghost? You don't have to burden all this. You've done your best. Oh, okay, it's going the other way around. Is this Mikado manipulating Yuki by bringing Shinji back to be like, hey man, pick graduate. Don't you deserve a break? What is this? Shinji's dead. A glimpse of utopia. Just in case you don't believe it yourself, I thought I'd show you firsthand. What Yuki's really looking for is somebody to follow. Maybe that's why Shinji appeared before him. Big bro, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, bro. Yuki, this isn't real. It's just fantasy. Just fantasy? But this is reality. There's no escape. From the moment you entered the Neo World program, it became your new reality. Don't give up. You already know Mikado can manipulate the virtual world, don't you? He isn't real. Why are you trying to deny reality? This is your reward. You've all been fighting so hard for a better world. To forget everything and just be happy. You could perhaps spend time with a lost friend? Wouldn't you rather be in a reality where they're with you again? A peaceful world. Shut up, shut up. Do you really think that will happen? It doesn't matter what you say. The decision is all up to Yuki. Yuki, now's the time to make your decision. You don't need to apologize, Yuki. It's for the best. Yes, thank you, big bro. No, Yuki! I love that they just kind of flipped it. We thought like through the power of friendship and, you know, I was gonna convince him and you know, maybe like the friends of the past would come to like convince him like, don't do it, but instead it's the opposite. Oh, shit. Alright, everybody. So, that was certainly interesting. The class trial itself was like, whatever. But that whole thing at the end with the graduation versus repeats and kind of flipping our expectations of us getting to be the tiebreaker, to be the one to make the choice, when it was revealed that no, Sora not only is not Akane, she is just an algorithm, but she was programmed to always choose graduation. So it gave that illusion that we had a choice. And then it was ripped away from us when it turns out that Yuki is the one who had to be the one to make the final choice. And then, man, that cherry on top of using Shinji's ghost to basically nudge Yuki towards making the choice that Mikado wanted to make. Like, oh, so good. I really like that. So with that, Yuki, I'm assuming he chose graduation. So the question is, what happens next? Is the trial truly over? Are we able to get out, like break out of the dream world, the world that the perfect world, and face reality and maybe somehow beat Mikado? We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know how much is left. I know we're going to be coming to the end probably soon. I figure maybe a chapter or an episode or two, and then we'll be all wrapped up. But I really like that ending. Like I said, the trial itself wasn't really anything spectacular, kind of like the last trial, but then the twist at the end of the trial is like what really made it good. So yeah, we will see what happens next. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned next week for part 31. Until then, bye. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Linz VA, Kenju Storm, iCognito, Kevlar, Lucas Gomes, Jesse Pelletier Lemire, and FFGEZYEYYZYHZEY5ZY.